Episode 117, we're back.
On tap with Southside Collection. Damn, we've been on a break.
Yeah, man. We took a scheduled break, and then I got a little sick the week after that, and we just had to scrap that show completely because this show can't go on without me.
We've done
it without Garrett.
We've been on. We've been how the kids say in our bag.
Yeah. But shit, we've actually been like also on a streak of having nothing but new guests on this year and stuff like that. Shining light.
And pop ups all fucking.
Oh yeah.
Every weekend.
Shout out to Austin. That we went out to Austin.
The whole city.
That was a dope ass time.
Y'all got me drunk.
Yeah, hey, I'm.
Shouts out our Airbnb.
Yo,
dog. Our Airbnb
tell that
was
story,
sick.
guys. Garrett, I'm gonna let you tell this story, and then we can introduce our guest today.
Sorry, guys. We walked into our Airbnb right about when we were supposed to check in, and got in. We're looking around. Already wasn't the happiest with the way the loft bed was advertised in terms of safety of the ladder getting up there.
It was a ladder match.
And how stuck it was to the floor or lack thereof.
Yeah.
And so that one was letting me down, but then...
and you had called it before. Yeah, you had called it too.
You go in the bathroom, because I was like, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
It wasn't. This was clearly a single father's fucking crash pad in between while, like, he
that or a very
shitty
shitty husband.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it was just fuck pad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Very
pieces.
shitty husband,
yeah.
fuck pad.
Because then...
Oh no, we'll let him finish.
Right in the middle of the living room, right next to the TV, is this 3-chest little mini chest thing. And so I pull the first chest open, see a vape pen with no like attachment to it. I was like, oh, that's gay. Like I thought you were gonna be cool and leave us like a vape and y'all get high on my...
I still wouldn't smoke someone else's shit like that.
True.
In that capacity.
And without them leaving a note.
Yeah. Like,
but yeah,
token, bro.
We go a little deeper, find a guitar.
And this is all in the same drawer.
Yeah, it was a very stuffed drawer. And we find a guitar, like, plug into an amp, which he had, like, 7 guitars out and about. He wanted us to fuck with one of them.
Yes, and I did.
Yeah. One exact. But we didn't plug it in. We kept pulling, find a one-hitter. Of course, this guy's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Then we start finding condoms, Magnums and Durex. So it's like he literally picked the best of the worst.
Her choice.
Yeah.
He does it for the ladies.
Durex is some trash.
Do you want to get pregnant tonight?
Durex gives you a red ring around your shit.
Regular condoms give you like a 99% chance. It's like 70. You know.
All right. And so then we get to the bottom of the chest where there is what I have been told is a rabbit vibrator. Light blue.
The little
No, it's a little bigger.
It's two.
Oh.
It's like what?
It definitely like
vibrator.
it definitely
it's a little
fits in.
two-pronger.
And then there's a little like the chick from the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
With the things up top.
Yeah.
It's like if
One-
she was on top.
Yeah.
And just constantly fucking with the clit.
Basically,
And then
there's the one that goes in the main hole. Then there's one that goes in
This
the
is
main hole.
definitely
One that massages the clit, and one like for the go in the butthole too at the same. It's a real
Go gadget.
Yeah, it's like a
dildo.
go gadget dildo. Shit is the Lamborghini of dildos.
So I'm in the bathroom while
it's
all
the
this is
pocket pussy
happening.
for women.
James Bond.
I'm in the bathroom while this is happening. I just hear you and Tony laughing y'all's asses off. And like, there's a fucking vibrator, there's a dildo, and it's in the living room. Like you said, it's in the living room next to the TV in the first drawer.
It was easily the most accessible thing in that house.
Yeah,
next to anything else that was a couple pulls
but
away.
I will say you.
It was oddly accessible.
You and Tony touched it like it wasn't someone else's dildo. That part
You know
I did
what?
not. I found a little suspect. Like
You're
y'all,
right, but
y'all were
I
very
will say
freely touching that.
That day
though.
I was much more conscious about how much I washed my hands.
Yeah. That shit was disgusting.
He clearly cared about his guest experience.
Yeah.
Right? Male or female. He left something out there for the dudes.
I just
An
like that he
amplifier
said,
and guitar
I just like that he
stand.
said, I'm going to hide it. Where should I hide it? Right in the open.
Yeah.
It may as well have been written with like a post-it note, like, here's all my things I'm ashamed of. Just look at it.
Yeah.
Here it is. And just put it. This is where I'd like you to put it when you're done looking
Instead
at it.
of you looking everywhere and finding it. Yeah.
Because then once we found that, we tried to unveil everything else, which could have been hidden in way cooler spots, by the way. His
but it
coffee
wasn't.
table swiveled like 5 different open things. Like, he could have had so many cool compartments.
So many more dildos.
So many more one-hitters.
Yeah.
A two-hitter, maybe.
But anyway.
Vape cartridges.
Austin, other than that, Austin was great.
One of those sword dildos that you see at Adam and Eve.
I had to hold the ladder so Garrett could get to his bed.
Oh, God.
And he said, fuck that. He threw down the pillows and slept on the couch. He forgot to grab the blanket.
Oh, wow.
I woke up.
I paid for
I woke up and this guy just
Shivering.
Oh yeah, I slept great. Austin was great to me. What we did, we also did Dende's birthday party over at Avant Garden. That was dope. You know, a lot of great performers and a lot of great people. You know, everyone seemed to be having a good time.
Found zero dildos there.
Ladies looking right. It was a pajama party. Ladies took it upon themselves to look right and left. Man, that shit was popping. For real, for real. You should have been there.
I wish.
But yeah. Episode 117, we're chilling. First time guest, K.A.Y.O Da Konspiracy. K.A.Y.O, how are you, bro?
What's up? Man, I'm good, man.
And
Well,
then
on it.
joining us again, he was on episode 100, and he is back 17 episodes later to drink and to be merry. Juan Adams.
That is right. I am here. Never right.
What are those? Did you already drink all those?
No, I didn't drink all of them. Man.
Yeah. I would have been proud of you if you did.
Yeah.
My Jack Daniel's Berry Punch. I will have one because I'm driving home and I drink responsibly.
Wow.
Kids,
Responsible.
all those
Okay,
kids
yeah.
watching.
Yeah, CBD, non-THC containing right there. Hemp Lab HTX.
Perfect role model.
Yeah,
Let me catch one of them. Let me catch one of those.
for sure.
You said it tastes like grape soda. I'm in it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
in it.
know, it's amazing.
But yes.
That's not what I expected when I bought it. I was thinking more like
Grape soda?
Cosmo.
Grape soda?
I'm
It's
good.
that,
you're not
it's
ready.
that
You want
purple
to
Tastes like grape soda?
It's that
Yeah.
purple stuff.
It's that purple drink.
I want that purple stuff.
What the fuck is juice?
They're pretty good.
God,
Juice?
We got four more, I think. Four
They're
more.
pretty good.
We got more. Great drink.
News we've missed in the last 2 weeks: the Rockets lost.
Yeah.
Sad face all around.
I said last night the Rockets, just like the Texans now, exist only for another team to have a team to beat on the way to a championship.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel the same way.
Does that make
man.
that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
The Texans exist for the Patriots to
Shit on.
so that it looks fair.
Yeah.
And then the Rockets exist just so the Warriors have somebody to play against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're about to I have full belief
If
that
they-
the Warriors about to sweep the Trailblazers too. I don't know if anyone else is feeling that.
I think that the Blazers could
I
get
need
one.
Aisha Curry to fuck up again.
Hey, did you
Yes.
shoot your shot? Or
I hate I'm
No.
not a fan of that shit. One, I find her unattractive. Like, after kid number 2, I was like, like now I see her. and
should have
it's
stopped at
like-
Riley Curry.
Yeah, it should have stopped at 1.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, I look at her and my penis softens. Like it shrinks inside my body. A little
Yeah.
bit.
Well,
so what
we've
you?
always loved Juan because he keeps it real.
So then, how'd you feel about like her coming out and talking about all of that? Did
I
you
feel like
further
it was
look into?
disrespectful as shit to the marriage. I mean, like if the person I was dating did some shit like that,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be dating anymore. It's different, you know. Steph's a family man. He clearly loves her.
Mm-hmm.
They have 3 children together, so she gets a little bit more leeway
Yeah.
with him. Well, me, I would have put her business out there just like she put mine out there. I was like,
Get real love and hip hop.
You haven't been satisfied because your bot's trash.
Oh shit.
That's what I would have.
Yeah.
So if
you know,
you're
that's
Curry,
me,
you're on the
I'm
court pointing at other women when you hit shots. Like,
Thanks. Yeah, I remember that picture some years
Yeah,
back
shit.
when
Yeah.
chick literally looked like she
Yeah.
was losing her mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's the depiction. Yeah, of
Yes.
the devil taking over.
Oh,
It's
shit.
like sin, just
Yeah.
complete.
Yeah.
It's total.
And Steph's
sin.
better than me. I don't know, maybe he's not. We don't know.
Yeah,
He should
we-
post
One
on
day,
his
one day we
IG
might
for
find
white
out
Yeah,
that
maybe,
all his wives.
that's why he's not pleasing her. He's too
Maybe-
exhausted from pleasing everybody else.
We're gonna find out one day that all his wife's problems were validated through like his cheating and stuff like that, and her being okay with it.
I think we're gonna find out.
Which
one
is
day
a big
that
thing,
Klay
too,
Thompson
nowadays.
and Steph Curry are twins, and we never put it together.
We've never seen
Or
them in
they're
the same room.
person. Yeah.
That's
Nah,
great.
they
Cloning.
shared skills by becoming Eskimo brothers.
There you go. It just transfers over. I wish that was the case.
Oh,
They
like the
they both fucked
Monstars.
over Harrison Barnes for several more championships.
Oh damn.
Yep.
Something else that we missed. Not missed, but it's actively going. The Astros are just kicking ass, man.
Yeah,
we're just murdering. We're just the best. We're looking pretty good. Juan, I didn't know you were a big baseball guy.
Yeah, you came in here as passionate as I am about the Astros.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy with the Astros. I'm a very big fan. I think the lowest batting average in their lineup right now is like a 278 or something like which is ridiculous.
Yeah. Which historically, if you've gone to Astros games, that's a high one.
Very high, yeah. Reddick's doing his thing. It's crazy. Brantley's like they're rotating the outfield right now, and I'm loving it, dude. It's looking great. I love it. Love everything they're doing, and so Letnes Diaz, replaced Marwin's replacement. They call him a poor man's Marwin, but like he's giving us more value than Marvin did, honestly.
For a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, well, much cheaper. Yeah. So
I haven't checked recently, but I know Marwin did not start well, like with the Twins this year.
He never started.
I loved Marwin though, but yeah, it looks like we did a good job replacing him at the time that we did, and he moved on and got the money he deserved.
K.O. asked a very good question. Do y'all feel like there's another World Series championship on the horizon?
Yeah, dude, we're the best team in the MLB.
Once we shore up that pitching rotation for sure, that new kid we brought up is really good. And,
what was his name?
Corbin Martin.
Okay.
Corbin Martin. We also
have
have
a couple other. Forrest Whitley.
Yeah, Forrest Whitley's still in AAA, I think, right now. We haven't called him up yet. So we've got, good. I'm happy. I'm a little upset we let my boy Tony Sip go.
I didn't know we let him go. Shit.
I don't think he's on the team anymore. Well, I haven't heard.
I think he might be hurt. I'll check.
I follow the black players.
I also think that we have a very good chance of winning the AL as a whole. Depending on who we play against in the World Series. I think we got it.
The Nationals right now. So.
Oh, he's with the Nationals.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. But
sucks.
Yeah, I think we got a really good. I think we have a better chance than last year. We had a really good team last year, so that's saying something.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it.
While we're on Houston Sports, I gotta ask you.
Good. Sorry.
No,
that's it, and that's special.
While we're on Houston Sports, Juan, I gotta ask you, what is your problem with Daniel House? That's the first time I've ever heard Juan had nothing to say.
All right, my problem with Daniel House is simple. Before my chick and I started dating, he he shot his shot.
Okay.
And I will never like him for that reason. 1. 2, he didn't contribute for shit in the playoffs this year.
True.
Another reason. And, reason number 3 is, he still follows my chick on the gram. I don't like that, so fuck
Fair
that
enough.
nigga.
Need me to diss him, bro? I got you. Need me to diss him? I got you.
Oh, no, I don't even need to diss him. I just post online, fuck Daniel House,
And you have, you've been very adamant about it.
Numerous times.
Yes.
Numerous times.
Like, I'll say it to his face, too. I'll whoop his ass. I don't care.
Well, I don't think he'll dispute you on that. I don't think, if it's a 3-point, or if it's a dunk contest, you can dunk.
I can dunk.
Yeah, I was like, you can dunk,
Yeah, this little weak-ass one-handed dunk.
Oh, shit. A fight dunk contest.
Hey, we gotta set up the dunk contest, man.
Damn, Juan.
Well, his off-season got started early, so now's a good time to get on
there. Yeah, I hope we trade his ass to Toronto.
So
his offseason got started, game 2 of the Golden State series, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, the lights are too bright for you. Got it.
DNP, motherfucker.
I do, aside from all that, I think he's a good piece to the team for next year.
Yeah.
To trade.
Fair enough.
There we go. So you don't see a situation where you can put that behind you?
No.
What if he unfollowed her?
If he unfollowed her, I'd consider it.
Because
what if he unfollowed her and got traded?
Having good taste, you know what I'm saying? Like,
who would
took
you
a shot
for?
before you.
Asking the real questions. Who would you trade him for?
Literally anyone.
Future draft picks, a vending.
Bring Jeremy
a vending machine.
Cap space, goddamn.
Yeah.
That's what I would trade him for.
Money, cash consideration.
Honestly, I don't even hold it really that much against him because I know he has no shot. I'm superior in every way, so
True.
I really don't care that much. But
it would be funny if you issued a challenge.
If I ever see him like one of my chick's photos, I'm gonna just comment.
Let them know.
Bring out that fuck Daniel House. I can start a hashtag. I'm a trendsetter.
Oh yeah.
I'm a trendsetter online. My followers. There might not be that many, but they will go to war.
No, you got many followers, man.
In the comment section, my followers keep it 100. They always got my back.
You get pussy for a lot of guys out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a lot of people's hero.
I don't voice to the voiceless, yo.
Hell yeah, dude. A lot of vicarious.
This fight, I think, the fight that you just had going into any other fight, I think I saw more fans than haters this time around and this is why I think you crossed over now. Yeah. Because people hate you for being good and being an asshole, but then you also have people riding and going hard for you, like, oh, y'all are tripping. I saw it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Going hard for you because you're a talented guy who is opinionated and all that other stuff. You voice yourself. Yeah. You let it be known. You make your fights more interesting.
For sure, man. And like I said before, regardless of the outcome, I'm gonna still do my thing. I'm gonna train harder now, obviously. But I said before, I didn't dislike this guy at all. I respected him for what he did. But
he's no woman beater.
Yeah, well, fuck Greg Hardy. But without me, a lot of people wouldn't have even watched the prelims of that. I'm bringing in fans that otherwise wouldn't have eyes on this sport, and that's what I have to do. I have to be an ambassador, and if the UFC isn't going to promote me, I'm going to do my damnedest to promote myself.
Yeah, you were kind of let down by how they promoted you going into this one.
Yeah, and I got a little bit more screen time, basically because of my social media presence. I got a lot more interviews. More people wanted to talk to me, and that was cool. And regardless of the outcome, I did what I needed to do to get some exposure, gain some fans for myself, and I made it entertaining. That's what I'm always gonna do.
Right, and I think that also, because I told you, you had the people going into the fight, but then afterwards, because we can say I don't believe that you lost that fight. I think that you won the first 2 rounds.
Right.
And the third round could have been a toss up. Definitely not a third. What someone gave it 30-27. Yeah, that judge was off all night.
Yeah,
that judge was terrible all night.
I thought he won the third round for sure, but I thought I won round 1 clearly. Round 2 was a toss up because he did get the takedown, but I got up pretty quickly. At the end of the day, man, he's a quality fighter.
What I was getting at is you had a lot of people now, because I've seen when you win fights, social media is usually like, he ain't shit, blah blah blah. Yeah, you got a lot of people on your side this time around,
right?
Because he kind of maybe got the hometown bump a little bit, and then it was already like a not so great decision, and then it was a hometown thing. You got a lot of people on your side flagging for you this time around, a lot more than haters that I saw.
Yeah, which is much different than my last fights. I usually do have a lot of haters. There, like, you suck, you're one-dimensional, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, dude.
Yeah, one-dimensional. My man's a wrestler with the third or fourth highest strikeout or significant strikeout put.
Yeah, and
that's including 5-round fights.
Yeah, so I was like, last year in the UFC, in any heavyweight bout fought, I had the 4th highest strike output. That included 2 5-round fights. So I was like, all right, y'all are. When people say stuff like that, it just makes them seem stupid to me because everyone's entitled to your opinion, but when your opinion runs contrary to fact, quantifiable data, you're fucking stupid. Period.
That's where the internet comes into play, though. That's when the internet really becomes fun, is when facts don't matter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have a blast.
People on the internet just want to argue to argue.
Oh yeah. I'm
here
for it. I'm here 100% for it. And then once I've had my fill of it, the fun thing is once I stop caring about something. Because I don't get notifications for every post.
Yeah.
So unless I go through and find it and I'm really invested in the battle, I'll go back and forth. But once it's been proven and enough people have seen that the guy's an idiot, I'm done. My work is done. I don't need anything else. I don't need anything else out of this. And that's my favorite. When you really know I'm done, when I go at their followers, I'm like, dude, you got more tweets than followers.
Shit.
Yeah.
You ain't shit. You ain't nobody. Leave me alone. Go tell the 53 people that care about your opinion.
Hey, you start getting him for his infrastructure.
Yeah.
The things he's built on.
I clown him, man. I go for it.
We talked about your followers, and I saw probably one of the greatest threads I've seen a fighter have in a little while, and I think your followers were the perfect one for this. It was the proper way to wipe.
Yes, there's a process you gotta do, okay? And the optimal way to wipe to reduce dingleberries and swamp ass.
Which in Texas.
Yeah,
right?
it's Texas. The humidity is high. You got to go dry, wet, dry, goddammit. All right, it reduces the amount of paper you need total. When you go dry first, right, you don't have to get it all with the first dry
That's
wipe.
step one, baby.
That's step one.
Yeah.
You go in, get your 2 or 3 dude wipes in there, right?
So dude wipes.
Or I like Cottonelle, but I know dude wipes are flushable, eco-friendly, right? That's what I do. And I like their packaging. It's all black, right?
Yeah.
I like that. It pops.
Therefore.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It pops to me. It doesn't smell like anything either. That's why I like that shit. Okay. You go through with the wet, flushable. And then you go over one time with the dry wipe. Okay? And the reason people get dingleberries and stuff is because normally when they wipe, they clump the shit. They clump it, right?
Yeah.
You got to fold it, right? You fold it 3 or 4 squares. I only use the top of the line toilet paper. Charmin. All right?
Let them know.
Yeah. The Bear, that's prime advertising right there. They want me, okay? Do 3 or 4 squares. Wipe. You fold it, right? All right? Fold it over these 3 fingers. Over these 4 fingers right there.
Yeah.
Wipe.
Honestly, I didn't know this was going to be so in-depth. I think you ought to slow down.
It's a
Oh, no, he tweeted
I'll
tweeted the entire process out.
I tweeted the entire process,
okay,
right?
cool.
And people tried to argue with me, and I'm like, no, that's how you get swamp ass, right? They're like, well, I stop after the wet. Okay, well, you got a damp ass. That's why you got the crease down your fucking drawers. You got the wet streak, right?
Hey.
There might be not be any skid marks, but you got a puddle. God damn it. All right, you go
Asses
back with
be
the
swampy.
Some residual nasty.
And they're like, well, what if you just do the dry? I'm like, that's how you get the dingleberries.
Yeah.
So it gets caught up in your ass hairs and shit.
Yeah.
Right? Unless you want to shave your booty hole. I'm a man. I don't do that. There's no action in that area. So I don't want to.
Let the force reclaim the land.
Asking it to come back hard.
Yeah. So that's how
you want to lock your butt up. You want to lock your butthole up with traffic at the crib.
We've had Houston rapper Fat Tony on the show, and he advocated for bidets. Do you have a stance on bidets?
Look, man, some people are, woke and aware enough.
Well-traveled.
And insecure enough with themselves to use a bidet. I'm going to tell y'all this story, right? When I was in middle school one time.
You used it as a water fountain, didn't
you? It was
you?
a pool day, right? It was a pool day at the middle school. And I was chilling there, right there, and the pool jets came on. And I, just a stroke of very bad luck, was sitting on the pool thing, leaned back. And the pool jet came on, and water went in there, and that moment I knew nothing.
Oh, you got me too.
I was like, that is a one-way thing. And they're like, well, you gotta wash your ass. I'm like, okay, yes, in the shower, spread the cheeks, bend over a little bit, let the water go through, wash it. I got a separate loofah for my asshole and the rest of my body.
Smart.
Okay.
Is it like a clearly different color than the other?
Very different.
I mean, when you
They're
buy it,
brands.
it's a different.
One's Axe, one's Old Spice.
Okay, gotcha.
There you go. Smart.
There you go. Genius.
Thinking ahead.
Yeah, I got this. My shit's a process.
Since we're doing it, if you're gonna shower after a dump, do you wipe it all?
Yes.
Okay, Matt.
You don't want brown.
Garrett's gross. You know what that means to me?
That's.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do.
Y'all ever listen to Your Mom's House?
You said what?
Your Mom's House, the podcast?
They're
That's literally
stupid.
always.
They're stupid.
The wife literally always does that.
She's disgusting.
And
She
then
don't wipe
Joey
her ass?
Diaz, the comedian, does it too.
Well, I believe Joey Diaz.
Before they go in the shower,
He
because they're just
sounds
going
like
to
a
shower it
dirty
out.
motherfucker. Here's my process. Okay, look. When you know you're gonna shower after a shit, right? This is what you do. You turn the water on, right? You let it warm up a little bit as you're shitting, right? And it's a completely relaxed area because then the steam comes off a little bit. You open your pores up and everything.
Yeah.
And the sound of the water is relaxing,
Yeah.
right? So you get a more wholesome shit. It comes out in less logs, right?
Yeah, the
It's
science
less,
behind this
It's less
shit.
broken up and everything, right?
Yeah.
So if I know I'm gonna poop, one thing I don't even like really pooping in my own apartment. Like I got certain businesses I go through.
You said you have 4 or 5 businesses.
4 or 5 businesses.
You're like
in the
George
vicinity.
Costanza?
Yeah, I call them the drop zones, right?
Yeah.
And and you can tell when a shit's gonna be particularly bad, right?
Yeah.
So if I know it's gonna be like one of your average run of the mill poops or less, then I'll do that in my apartment.
Yeah.
Or if I'm violently ill, then I will do it in my apartment
Yeah.
because there's no other option, right?
Of course.
But if I know it's gonna be particularly bad, there's a few places that I go, and I'm not gonna tell you all my drop zones,
Yeah.
because that might add to congestion in there,
Yeah,
and I might not be able to get to there in my time of need. All right,
Fair.
but you go to these businesses, and you You do the dirty in there, and I don't have to worry about cleaning it up.
Yeah.
I mean, do you like?
So
Are you a patron of these businesses?
Obviously, I'll buy it
before.
How else do you think he found that bathroom?
Yeah,
no, I mean, but like every time.
I buy it after, and if I know I'm gonna poop there, I buy a little extra and tip $1 more. Okay,
so I mean, because obviously a lot of really good places to poop are coffee shops, and so like, and you're at coffee shops often. And so I would imagine
you sound like one space. One or two. You figured out like 3 of them.
Yeah,
it's 2 of them.
Yeah,
2 of them are coffee shops in different areas.
Because the problem with some coffee shops though is that they're literally just the bathroom is one person only bathroom.
Oh,
and
no.
you're like, man, I'm not gonna get locked in here taking a glorious dump and have 4 people.
I don't care if they're knocking. I told them shut up.
Yeah,
I'm busy. I'm doing.
Juan puts a tie on the door.
I'm doing God's work. I'm doing God's work, and I have in my car a pack of my dude wipes that I take with me into these places. And if I don't want people knowing what I'm there for, so I always put it in my jacket or whatever.
Yeah. It's all me, man.
You don't walk in there holding it up like your ID.
Yeah, I walk in there.
Not yet.
At my place, I have poopery at my place.
Hell yeah.
Oh, the poopery?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Only bad thing about poopery is like if it's gonna be if you're gonna get some splashback, it burns sometimes. I don't like that. Yeah. Don't like that at all.
No, yeah.
It's the worst.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Horrible.
Well, I have no natural segue for this.
I don't think anyone expects a 10-minute poop segment, but you roll with what good.
Yeah. You gotta know. People gotta know. All right. I'm 100% authentic. Right.
100%.
That's all you gotta do.
150.
Yeah. You gotta learn.
150%. Now I got a segue. So, Juan keeps it real, as he said. You and I were on a podcast a few months ago, and you were like, "Hey, man, check this guy out. He sent me his music. I'm gonna walk out to it." Cause he's like,
Damn.
That was the part I apologize. I thought it was gonna be silent.
Do we have a drop zone?
I thought it was gonna be silent. This is not.
Yeah, as I say, you look at Juan's phone. His app is like red. Yeah. You are currently in his drop zone. Do you want us to start playing music now?
Yeah, for those that didn't pick up, there was a little toot that was let out. But yeah, so you told us to check them out. I was hoping that this was your words. Like you when someone sends you music, you don't know what to expect. And then he was actually good. I was taken by that.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what happens. Right. I'm at National Tire and Battery. Right. Get my oil change. Right. Yeah. He sees my shirt and he's like, "Is that your clothing line?" I'm like, "Nah, I got a guy that makes shirts for me." And he goes on what you do, whatever. I'm like, "Oh, I'm a fighter. I'm in the UFC." And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna write a song for you." And he showed me his music and stuff, and like on YouTube and things like that. And I'm watching. I'm like, "All right, this is pretty good. All right, I'll see. I'll give him my email, whatever, if he writes a song." And we get approached a lot about this bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay? There's a lot of fucking SoundCloud rappers out there.
Yeah. And then they don't follow through.
And I was just hoping, like, please don't let it be this mumble rap bullshit.
Yeah.
One of the high schoolers on the team that I coach does that mumble rap stuff, and it is ass. Like, I love a kid. I want his dream. I want him to reach his full potential.
So he doesn't have to mumble rap?
Yeah, that shit was, I was like, nigga.
Yeah.
Please stop. But... yeah, so I'm like sitting there, and I'm probably never gonna hear from him again, right?
Yeah.
A couple months later, I get it, like right when I'm like thinking about what my walkout song is gonna be, and I'm like listening to it. I'm like, yeah, I fucks with this, and I played it for a couple of my coaches. They all liked it. My boys liked it, family. I was like, all right, cool. So the committee has spoken. Yeah. They all liked the song. All right, we were pleasantly surprised because I was very worried it was gonna be trash. I was very worried.
So you see him he's a big guy, man. You know what I'm saying? You weren't a little worried that he was like, don't worry about where I got my shirt.
I was like, man, this guy big as fuck. God
yeah.
Damn.
Where'd you get your shirt? Mom's house.
I didn't think he was gonna be as responsive, man.
Oh yeah.
He's actually a down to earth person, bro. Like he real cool. So after I was like, all right, the ice been broken.
Yeah.
I can go ahead and approach it with the music.
Yeah.
So then we just started chopping it up, when we was taking care of his car. He left. So, all right, bet. So, I'm going to go ahead and try and send him something. So, when he hit me back, he was like, yo, I like the song or whatever. It really took me by surprise. Yeah. I was like, shit, that's my guy. So, ever since then, I've been rocking with him, So, whenever he got a fight, I'm promoting the shit out of him.
So, like, did you, like, go back and watch his clips before you wrote? Like, what was your process for writing the song? Bad Man, right?
Yeah, it's Bad Man.
Yeah.
I was like, man. he big as fuck. That's the first that was in my head. I was like, he big as fuck, bad man. Then I went and listened to some of his shit talking.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta talk shit on this song. Kind of fit him.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about Kim Kardashian's ass being fake and her daddy being a bitch.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, it might be somewhat in the context of his personality because he's very outspoken.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? He don't really bite his tongue and shit. And then I had this rock singer. Her name is Jean. Shit. Goddamn. What's her name? I can't think of her name right now. My bad. Hey, you watching this?
We'll circle
back. But I had Jet Finley. He's a dude on the outro of the song. Get on it. I was like, man, just put your heart into it. And everything just really came together and shit. Juan was like, he love it, he fuck with it. So I was like, shit.
Gene Avery.
Yeah, Gene Avery. Goddamn.
Gotcha.
Shouts out to Gene Avery. We got another track coming, by the way.
There you go.
And she with a rock band. She's very awesome. She down to earth too.
So then you watch the fight. Mom's walking out. How you feeling?
I watched the fight, man. Hey, I was at work when he was fighting. And I had downloaded the app or whatever on my phone to watch the fight. I was like, yo, I'm going to lunch break. Fuck what y'all talking about. As soon as he came out, I started running around the goddamn building. My nigga, my shit.
That's great.
And then he won a fight. I was happy about him coming out to the song.
Yeah.
But I was more so happy that he won the fight. Because he was on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was UFC, it was the app, it was everything. So I was like, man, I care more about him winning than anything else. I was like, bro, this is a big ass look.
Yeah.
And the way he whooped that dude's ass, like, he whooped dude's ass pretty bad.
This dude does deserve to professionally beat people.
Oh my God. Damn.
He's good at this.
Yeah,
like, shit.
He probably had like the same feeling like, man, I hope this guy doesn't suck.
Oh man.
Nah. I had no feelings off him. Man, I hope he ain't trash, bro. He ain't no trash ass fighter, man.
Yeah. He watched his fight. Took a couple months before he sent you the song.
There's another reality where like Juan has a glass jaw and this song is just polka bad. That's in a whole other reality.
Yeah, in that reality, Juan's a featherweight or a flyweight. You know?
Featherweight.
Little guy.
Malnourished.
I knew he was special in the ring though, cause we had went to his one of his practices, his training, cause we were gonna try and shoot my music video to this song. We're gonna just push it back. And I seen him, I was like, dog, he's a fucking beast.
Were you like any type of fight fan before that?
I used to like boxing.
Okay.
I wasn't really big on UFC like that until Brock Lesnar came, because Brock Lesnar was like my favorite wrestler in WWE.
He served his point. He served his purpose.
I don't watch WWE no more, but
okay, cool.
The way the climate wrestling was going,
yeah,
it needed them because they brought more ratings back.
Yeah.
And John Cena was oversaturating shit. He's needed. They needed a bad guy.
Yeah.
So you were more of a boxing guy at the time, or
I had like boxing and wrestling. I loved wrestling. I started watching wrestling probably when I hit my 12th grade in high school. So outside that,
it's a little late to start watching wrestling.
Huh?
You said you started watching?
Nah, stop.
Oh, stop! I want to say, damn.
I watched wrestling since like second grade, man. The Rock Stone Cold era.
Yeah. Shit, you might have accidentally or almost wrote Juan's WWE song. He was at the Performance Institute for a little bit.
I had a WWE tryout.
Did you?
Wow, yeah.
How'd that go?
Not well, you know. Honestly, it was fun, man. But they told me, like, we talked about it before, and I was like, look, if it comes, even if I get accepted to it, I'm not about to move down here like my whole life for $40,000 a year. I can make that shit in 2 fights, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I would have had to stop MMA and everything, and WWE, like, I could always try again later if the fire is still there, if they still wanted me later on.
Yeah,
there's dudes that do that into their 40s.
There's people that do that to like their mid 60s.
The guys that are really great right now are like 34.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we have like a couple more years of them.
Yeah.
Because Brock came back when he was like, what, 30, 36 or
Sorry, I was
like
a couple more
38,
years of
39.
them great, and then just like 20 years of them being legacy.
Yeah.
Doing a little one show a year.
Undertaker routine. Yeah.
I'm not. That's
not for you.
Not for me, you know. Those ropes hurt, man. They had us doing a rope drill.
Oh,
shit.
Like,
that shit looks like rope. It's braided metal. wrapped up in cloth. So like,
Oh yeah.
I couldn't see Juan in no WWE ring though. I think it really hurt somebody, bro.
Like, would you wear the underwear like the?
I knew the underwear. I had my ass cheeks coming out and everything.
The new Rikishi.
Little Rikishi shit.
Yeah, with strings and shit
Yoko's
coming
on them.
off. Yeah. And like super
man.
long tube sock on.
Oh shit!
Like the elephant.
What would have been your gimmick though? What would have been your gimmick if you was a
BDE, man, big dick energy, 100%. Already.
They got the PG era though, man.
Huh?
Yeah, you'd have
PG
to.
era.
He'd just be toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Like when Lacey Evans comes out, he'd be the one that's like telling her what to do, and like she'd be cool with it. But like then a dad character would show up, and he would hate Juan.
He would have to be Val Venus Part 2.
There you go.
There you go.
Hello, ladies. No, yeah, Lacey Evans, her finishing move is called the woman's right.
Yeah.
And she's like a lady. That's her thing. You know, she's divine.
She was actually one of the instructors.
Okay,
for
nice.
For my trial, she didn't like me very much. She wasn't a very nice lady.
She
Very militant.
Oh yeah, she was like in the Marines, right?
Marines, yeah. Oh shit.
Oh shit. What did we spill over there, guys?
Water.
Okay.
But yeah, she
Because Nathan said he'd kick your ass if we spilled anything on his carpet.
Sorry.
You don't want to fuck with Nathan, man.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
No, she was. So when I was there, it was her, Riddick Moss, and one other dude. I forget his Fabian. I think was his name. I mean, they were athletic. There was some athletes over there, man. They're cool dudes.
Yeah.
Keep going. Sorry.
But yeah, so it was fun, but it's not something I could do.
Yeah.
Like,
especially right now.
Yeah.
Not because they don't. Because like there is other wrestling promotions that allow guys to do both.
Yeah.
But WWE is not one of them. They want you to get hurt there, not not over here, not somewhere else.
I got another question about it though. What the fuck was your finishing move name gonna be?
I don't know. Like they don't. It's not
a theme of big.
Like honestly, they don't.
I want to know.
When you go for a tryout, unless you've wrestled before, they don't care about any of that stuff. Like it's really just an evaluation of your.
Can you bump? Can you get bumped?
Yeah. Can you do the moves? Can you do what you're told? Can you learn stuff? And it's how well you take instruction and. Can you follow a script and this, that, and the other? And you have to be a creative guy and very charismatic. Like, they look for that it factor.
Yeah.
And I was like, I
was
also going through a really shitty breakup at the time, so I was like, athletically, they love me.
Yeah.
But like, they asked me to talk and they're like, show some personality. I'm like, my personality's not really like one of those like jump out at you type things. It's one of those I give back what you give to me.
Yeah.
And I said something real smart ass, and then they just stopped talking to me.
At the moment, you were like mentally like Adam Sandler in The Wedding Singer, very Robbie Hart. I can talk shit on the mic, but I don't know how it's gonna relate to wrestling. Yeah.
That was me at the time.
No, I can see you doing like a Goldberg jackhammer or jackknife. You know, pick him up with watch the Goldberg jackknife.
When that move first came out, that shit was loud.
Oh yeah, that shit was dope.
Shit.
More people need to do like those long standing moves, like where you hold the motherfucker up for let them know like, oh yeah, we're athletic as fuck over here. You know? Not enough people do those long holds anymore.
Yeah.
But they're going with smaller wrestlers nowadays.
It's a lot more striking centric now.
Yeah.
Flips off the rope.
I think they're trying to feed off the UFC too, though. Like,
of course,
since that's their direct competition now,
right?
You know, so I think they're trying to change their whole dynamics.
And apparently their farm system.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, could you breed us a couple of losers that will just show as winners over here? Shit,
they're talking about Daniel Cormier eventually crossing over at the end of this year, so that'd be crazy.
Don't know if I want to see that.
You know, I think they're talking more on commentary than wrestling. I think that would be a good look for him. He's a pretty good commentator.
Yeah, he is a good commentator.
Yeah,
like, I don't want to see him in the ring.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see him in the cage at this point.
He's fighting Stipe, man.
I'm glad.
You don't want to fight on that card? You don't want to fight on that card?
I don't care. Like, I'm not getting paid anymore to fight on that card.
Yeah.
My shit. The way I see it now, it's a business venture for me more than anything. Like I do like fighting. I like hitting people, but Like, unless I'm really feeling it that day, I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this shit. Like, whereas when I was an amateur, like, trying to get to the UFC, I was in there to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to find that back now. So, like, now I'm going back, you know, I'm changing my training schedule up a little more to get back to that, you know, that real grind where fighting is the reward as opposed to, you know, just doing it felt like a day job my last 2 fights. I would get up, I'll go to the gym at 8. Where most people are working, I'm working out. I don't like that. So I'm switching it up now, going back to like the way I trained when I was an amateur, adding a little bit more training in there, and we'll see how it works out.
Well, I think also whenever you were an amateur, you had a job. Or you had a couple of part-time jobs, right? Or a few. I
had
don't
like
know
6.
So
then up until I think you got to the UFC, you had like another job, right?
Well, then so it made the time that you were able to train that much more valuable, and so that much more quantifiable. You could look at it and go, "Wow, I only have 3 hours today, so I need to make this 3 hours fucking crazy." So it's probably a buildup of that. And now it's kind of every day. Your job is now to get better at your job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So every day I'm just like,
I thought about that with baseball players for a while because I was like, damn, like this guy's here taking batting practice on a Tuesday afternoon. It's his job. Like, in the like on his off season, like he's currently being paid millions of dollars. Or whatever you know what I mean, to get better at baseball or wrestling or whatever your thing is of the day.
So it's but you know, it's something you gotta be intrinsically motivated. So I'm working on that part right now. But right now I just got an apartment to furnish, so that's how I see it.
You gotta source it out of new things.
You moved in with your diet and nutritionist?
Yeah, man.
Oh, buddy.
How's that going?
Yeah.
No more snacks?
I don't have any sweets in the house right now.
Hey, bro, you can hide them in my van, bro. I got
you ever seen the movie Heavyweights?
Yeah, I have.
They hide like the snacks in the beds.
It's not even worth it for me right now, honestly.
And then they go knocking for the hollow parts.
So I'm like, you know, but no, it'll be great for me. We cook more, so I won't eat out as much, and I think that alone's gonna.
Do you cook?
Are you? I cook a little bit. He likes cooking a lot more, so I like, if you like cooking, I'll buy the groceries. You do your thing.
Yeah.
Me, like I'm pretty simple with my taste. I like eggs and meat pretty much. So he's like, have a veggie from time to time. I'm like, nah, fuck them veggies.
Unless you hide them in my food, I'm not eating them.
I don't fuck with vegetables like that.
And then on the flip side of the coin, you recently took a trip out to LA to get some business done.
Yeah.
How was that? What kind of business were you getting done out there?
Well, I have a label. It's called Higher NT Hip Hop is Real Entertainment. We have an artist on there named Rosie Bush. She like my best friend. So she had the opportunity to go out there to be on Revolt.
Nice.
So she had went out there and we just pretty much was networking. We went to some local businesses. Man, Cali, if you ain't never been to Cali, you need to go to Cali.
Yeah.
You just ride around smoking weed and blow it in the cop's face. Like,
it's not recommended, but it's on the sign when you get into the city.
Do this shit. Do this shit. Sue me later. Do this shit.
Yeah.
But nah, it was a very humbling experience going out there because their culture is so much different from Houston.
Of course.
Yeah. You know, when you go out there, the people is friendly, smiling.
Houston ain't friendly?
Not as much as Cali is. Like Cali, like the weather makes people more friendly over there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta worry about 1 hour is sunny, next hour is raining.
When you know that you're gonna wake up every day and it's most likely gonna be 87 and chill and like kind of cool too at the same time, you're like.
That's what makes us more special, man. Because when it is nice, everyone's like, "Oh, it's nice out. Oh, it's nice out." You hear, you can roll down your window, you hear it. Oh, it's nice out today. Like
the rain comes.
Yeah, and then the rain comes.
A couple hours later. And it makes you appreciate when it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all been to Cali yet?
I have not.
Man, you go, man. So when we went to Cali, man, we was in this old creepy ass hotel, like some shit out the horror film.
Any dildos anywhere?
Nah, I wasn't dildos. I was looking for dead bodies.
Yeah.
So we in the creepy ass elevator. So it's going up. I'm thinking this bitch about to stop. Though I'm like, this hoe about to stop on this, bro. We about to die in the elevator. This is gonna be some devil shit. You seen the movie Devil? With the old creepy white lady coming in the fucking elevator and shit. So that's the only thing playing in my whole fucking head. So we get to the room. I was alright. It's alright. It's like decent. It's like some shit from the base motel. Yeah. Okay. Norman might come out and stab us once, twice. So we in there. So then we had Uber.
Yeah.
We did Uber Eats for Fat Burger. Y'all ain't ate Fat Burger. Y'all need to fucking eat Fat Burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So
Pretty dope.
so we was at Fat Burger. So our fucking Uber driver, she don't want to get out the car and come up and deliver our food at the
haunted?
door. I'm like, what kind of bullshit is that? So
Fallen for that before.
So me and the crew, we like, somebody need to go downstairs and
She
get the
want that
shit.
train run. That's what it was.
Oh shit.
Hey,
Bad Juan.
She was
No.
kind of cute though.
I know
She was kind of cute.
She was in-
Kinda.
That's how it is.
She's running
The
food.
thing
She's
about Cali girls
Yup.
though, they're not as thick as Houston women.
Oh yeah. I hear that a lot about where anyone goes. Like even if they're in fucking Minnesota, they're like, man, they ain't got nothing. Even when we were in Austin, I was like, I really appreciate Houston women now.
Well, I mean, literally
Facts.
one of our most famous female musicians is named The Stallion.
Yeah.
Megan.
Shout
Hey,
out.
shouts
Shout
out to her,
out.
by the way.
Yeah,
Having
shouts
a
out to
release
Meg.
party tonight.
Hold up. Now Austin got some freaky girls out there though. Like,
I also believe that
Yeah.
because I was out on
Yes,
the
yes.
Bumbles, looking for these hoes, etc.
Awesome horror story about Bumble, man.
Oh yeah.
Every chick.
Any shareable?
Yeah, I was just put it out. Every chick I ever met off of Bumble, let's keep it simple. I had 100% success rate
Got
of
That's what I keep trying to tell people.
But every chick on there turned out to be like a militant feminist, like militant. They would follow me on Instagram like, so what's
They're
the
the
deal? Do
worst.
you not respect women? I'm like, I'm paid for my social media. I'm not changing it for you. Drop it.
Drop.
And they would just keep bothering me about it. I'm like, you know what? It's not even worth it.
Unmatched.
Like it's not even worth it to me anymore. Like anyone that I met off of Bumble,
Yeah.
But they be falling in love after one time, and I have a strict policy. The first time you lay pipe is never top pipe. I give them. I make it I make sure they get there. But
Let's give them something to talk about.
It's
Type
like
shit.
it's like a 5 to 7 range.
Yeah,
I never go 8 or
Men
higher
gotta think
on the
the
first
same.
try.
Yeah.
I don't give them, above a 7, top. The
See,
first
we-
time.
unless you're really trying to keep it.
Yeah.
we used to have ratings, like what we used to give girls. We used to call it BD,
Oh shit.
GD, and SD, right?
Uh-huh.
You got the bad dick. That's like you got a booger wolf, bro. Like the bitch ugly, you don't, and you just desperate. Like, man, I'm about to go ahead and get this bitch some bad dick. She ain't got to call me
Until
no
she
more.
gives you some
I got
wild
mine. Facts.
All right.
And then you got the GD, you got the good dick. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? You got all right. I'm gonna make sure this bitch give me a call back. Then you got super dick. You know what I'm saying? When you get that bitch the super dick and her head flying through walls and shit,
Yeah.
she gotta keep calling you. That's the kind of
Yeah.
these.
See, me, I try and keep it so I call it subpar. I get
Yeah.
some subpar work.
Yeah.
And
I feel like I feel like this is where a stage slides out and a mic stand and obviously a stool for you to hump because this is getting to be Def Jam comedy
and
very
so
quickly.
it's like
and so when I'm giving a
Levels to this shit,
good,
man.
good dick.
anyone I met off an app, I was like, you got to get the subpar because I don't want your crazy. If you're clearly, if you're willing to meet me, drive to me on no personal interaction ever.
Yeah.
Clearly you're not all
They're not
there.
there all the way.
You're not all the way.
Fair
so
enough.
I'm like,
That's some
you know what?
POF hoes.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'll do it, but it's
Yeah.
we get dry spells, right? You get needs, whatever. It happens. Slump busters, right?
Yeah.
But after that, I was like, man, after my last Bumble experience, I was just like, I don't need this anymore. And then, luckily for me, I met my current girlfriend after that, in an organic manner.
Yeah.
mind you.
Not Bumble related.
And, at that point,
No stools needed
Yeah,
for
at
this
that
story.
point, it didn't matter.
I gave her
the sex didn't matter.
I gave her the
liked
SD
her.
on the.
I liked her very much as a person, so
Yeah.
the sex didn't matter.
I didn't give her the dig until after I fell in love with her.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's very sweet.
That's
What
why
a,
you
what a love
supposed to do it,
story.
That's how it went down. 100%. Quote me on that.
K.O., bro. How long have you been rapping, bro?
Man, professionally, or just rapping, period.
Period,
man. I've been rapping since actually the 4th grade, bro.
Okay.
I started doing poetry and shit in the 3rd.
We hear that a lot.
Trying to give me some chicks.
Yeah. Oh, okay, we don't hear that a lot. People doing poetry for chicks.
Hell yeah, dude.
Did you grow up in the 70s?
Did you grow up with a bunch of Shakespearean fans?
I went to a public art school.
A bunch of 3rd graders are snapping for you while you walk down the hall.
School, and I wasn't very good at it,
Yeah.
so I made up for it with my creativity and access to multiple.
You made up for the public art school creativity.
Like in other ways,
Doesn't make any sense.
I couldn't draw for shit.
Yeah,
and, but I was a very witty guy, so I would make fun of the motherfuckers that couldn't.
Yeah,
He would write one-liners and like
I did do a lot of
quills
one-liners
and pass them to people.
Yeah.
Well, all right, so when people like this group
Rich
of girls pissed me off one time because they were doing caricatures of people.
Yeah.
And mine I didn't like at all, so I wrote a script where basically all of them were hoes. And
What grade was you in?
I was in 4th grade when this
Dope.
happened. No, I was in 5th grade when this happened,
Yeah.
and I had forgotten all about it. It was like it was a one-act play. You know?
Yeah.
It was a one-act
Shout out
play.
to them 1X.
And I'm chilling, and my teacher made me come clean my desk one day, and I was like, oh, shit. And I saw it fall out, and I was like, oh, fuck. And she grabbed it and read it. She's like, where did you learn these words? And I was like, I pick things up.
There's a reason I had that hidden.
Yo, one time I was in theater and I had to write a 1-act and I didn't do it until like that morning. And what I made it about was everything I did instead of writing that 1-act.
Procrastination.
Got it. 100. Like perfect. Like
Team
sweet.
procrastination.
Oh yeah.
I was big on that shit.
Oh man. So you've been rapping since you were 14, and then when did you take it? You know, as a professional.
No, I've been rapping since 4th grade, so I was like probably
4th grade.
I don't fucking remember how old I was in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Anywho, so when I started taking it serious, a couple of years back. Because I was like, man, fuck this day job shit, man. That's how I really feel right now.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this day job shit, man. I'm too talented to be helping on another person's clock, helping this other person's clock change. Like,
Yeah.
it's time for me to change that shit. So this year, August, on my birthday,
Okay.
I'm leaving my 9 to 5 and I'm jumping out there.
Okay. Did you already let them know that, or they're listening right now?
They'll find out soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll find out soon.
I mean, he's got way longer than 2 weeks, so.
Yeah, they'll
we got
find
some
out
time.
soon, man. I really don't want to give them a notice because they don't give you notice when they fire you and shit.
Facts,
They fire
facts,
you, so
facts,
it's just
facts.
like, I'm out, bitches. That's how I want to do it.
That's how Andy in the office goes out. He's like, I want to not be able to come back to this job. I'm going to take a dump on your car.
I've followed you on Facebook for a little while now. I'd say that you're a true hip hop head. You said you started rapping in 4th grade. Is that when you like started like listening to rap, or like when did like rap become a thing that you were like invested and interested in?
Nah, man. I was listening to rap probably since like 1st grade.
Yeah.
My father, we just reconnected. Shouts out to my pops.
Yeah.
We had a big falling out. He used to tell me when I was a kid, man, I used to listen to OPP, running around the house, terrorizing the house and shit, rapping OPP every time it came on. Like, you was talking about, I was like probably like 1, 2 when the shit came on.
Hitting them gibberish raps. So you were a mumble rapper at one point.
At one point in time I was mumbling. So I feel like it's always been instilled in me, man, because I'm big on hip hop, bro. Like, I'm always been passionate about it. My childhood best friend Jason, he actually passed away. He actually gave me my name, K.A.Y.O.
Okay.
Which, K.A.Y.O is an acronym which stands for kill all your opponents.
Nice.
So
fitting to the Juan connection.
to the Juan, you know. So then I was just like, man, this is something I always wanted to do because I was listening to the likes of Nas, Tupac, Eminem, Jay-Z and shit, and all of them are really big influences on me. Pharoah Monch. And just from there, I was like,
we don't hear that a lot on the show. Pharoah Monch?
Pharoah Monch, yeah.
I'm into that.
Backstreet Boys. And
Yeah, drink with me. You got cheers with me. You just gonna leave.
Carlos told me about your playlist idea. I love it.
That's what I call big dick energy. Now that's what I call big dick energy.
Big dick energy. For that.
Oh, yeah, BDE, man.
No, that's what I call BDE. Yeah. You got to make it palatable for people. Yeah.
Yeah, but then it'll like on the
album
cover,
of course,
it'll say big dick. I mean, like
Of course.
BDE, but then like
me
somewhere
with
big
a giant
dick
bulge
energy.
in my pen.
Write it for you, bro.
It's just
I got you. You just got
No. We're talking to playlist. See, Juan about the same thing. He's like, I can't write music. Like, it's not you writing music.
Macho Man couldn't either.
Playlist.
Yeah.
It's a playlist though.
Drake can't write music either, but he still makes music. Oh, my bad.
Shots fired.
Come on, man.
Speaking of Drake,
you gotta promise me. You gotta tell me ahead of time you're gonna be hot mic.
Speaking of Drake, you recently had your own personal Drake listening party, right? Where you went back through his discography.
Oh man,
damn, bro. Was that a secret?
He really was on my page. Shit.
Once we got the interview, I started.
Internet.
Well, once we got the interview, you know, I started keeping track of your takes. Some of them I deleted. I was like, that's not worth talking about.
Yeah, man. I went back. I never really gave Drake a chance.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I'm gonna go back and listen to Drake albums.
Yeah.
I can't do it, man.
Yeah.
I turned light skin, bro.
Oh shit.
It's not for me, man. Yeah, I felt the feelings. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Are you? Does that mean you like it? I was gonna say, does that mean you don't like it, or does it mean you like it so much and you're ashamed that you like it?
Nah, man.
It sounds like you were afraid to feel.
No.
Are you afraid to feel?
No, I'm not afraid to feel. I got a lot of feelings.
Are you afraid of being vulnerable?
Check out Brenda's
That's
baby.
toxic masculinity.
Check out Brenda's.
That is
Are you
toxic
hired?
masculinity.
Do you ever get
2019?
Do you ever get nervous?
Nah, man.
Are you high right now?
The Drake. I actually like that song. I had remade that song.
It's good, but
It's an invasive song.
I had remade a song to that. I'm just saying you should get naked. It was some shit like that. I said. But nah, man, Drake, he's cool. He is what he is.
I just can't listen to his whole discography.
He's not an album artist to me. He's good for playlists, but
Okay,
as like a full album.
Damn, then that one time you tried to make a playlist and totally ruined it. And it was like, this is an album, dummy. I totally like where he was going with the idea, and I was like, no, that's an album.
Yeah.
It's just an album.
You get to just rename things.
Yeah, Drake to me personally is an album guy. He ain't got no classics to me, man.
Ooh, I don't even like Drake like that, but he has classics.
I don't feel I know
because classic, it doesn't have to be a
I'm not
classic
here to
song,
bad
but like
for
the
him,
reach.
But I know there's a lot of people that'll be
that
very
nice
upset with
nice
that.
for what song is trash, and it just encouraged a lot of women to be highly disrespectful.
Man, he was riding the bandwagon on that shit.
I do
don't
not
know how he say.
Yeah,
not a fan of that.
He's smart.
Song.
He's intelligent.
he's intelligent.
Drake is so toxic, he's able to at times convince you he's not toxic.
The
He's
only
actually an ally, but the song is still toxic in its conception.
in its message.
The only one I could probably consider close to a classic is so far Take Care. I can't play it.
I thought you were gonna say So Far Gone.
Yeah,
that was
Take
the
Care.
first fucking tape. Yeah, no,
Not So Far.
Yeah,
I like So
Take
Far
Care.
Gone.
So
That's
Take
Take
Care.
Care is the one that was mostly The Weeknd, right?
No,
they're not.
Sorry,
Yeah.
heavily featuring The Weeknd.
No, he stole a lot of the Weeknd songs.
Weeknd songs. And
Yeah, a lot of people's that don't like Drake, their album that really crosses them over is Nothing Was the Same. You didn't really feel
Nothing
that?
was saying too.
Okay,
I would say
so
Nothing Was
basically
Same.
after Take Care or just
he
those
rapping
two?
a little bit more on Nothing
Yeah.
Was the Same.
Okay,
I like Shot For Me because it speaks to my.
that's all his first album, ain't it?
It speaks to
off
my
Take Care.
pettiness. You know, yeah, it's off of Take Care. It's very, very petty song, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love that song.
Juan signs up for
I
petty
like
music.
Scorpion though. I'm not going to deny that. I like Scorpion. I like the first disc the most though.
Okay,
The
yeah.
rap side.
Yeah, I like the first disc. The first disc was pretty awesome.
Do you feel like he could have melted that into one album?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like number 2.
It would just be a
kinda
Drake
jagged.
album, you know, mixed with R&B and rap. you know?
Yeah, he should have did a double disc. I seen what he was trying to do, but it took away the classic appeal to me by making it a double disc
Because when it's a double disc, like you have to come correct.
yeah, he's not Tupac. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
That's fair.
He's not Biggie
True.
because
He is
I
not.
understand. I like the approach he tried to do. If I was Drake and I could sing,
Yeah.
which I fucking can't,
Yeah.
I was doing double disc shit.
Same. I'll be killing it.
It
in
doesn't
my car.
stop you from singing.
Oh, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
still do it. I don't give a fuck. You put a Disney show on.
Oh yeah, I'll
man,
sing some
you're
shit.
walking.
I can't sing.
What songs are most likely to get y'all singing?
Huh?
Well, like what songs when you hear them are
Pretty much any Disney playlist.
Yeah.
The Powerline soundtrack. It's my shit.
Yes.
Yeah. Eye to Eye. That's my
Yeah,
shit.
hell
too.
yeah. I love Eye to Eye.
The Phil Collins
go with some
soundtrack
Barry
for
White
Tarzan.
shit, man. I'm
Salute,
with you.
goddammit. Respect Phil Collins.
Respect
Phil
Phil Collins.
Phil in the
That's
area.
right.
What
What
about
Tarzan soundtrack?
Of course. Well, he said
Lion
Barry
King,
White.
bro.
You got Barry White in your repertoire though?
Not at all.
Oh man, you gotta turn it on,
You
bro.
gotta turn on some
I
Barry,
wanna
bro.
listen to- I can't listen to songs that like get you in the fucking mood too much, because then I'd be annoying the living shit out of my girlfriend.
I saw you tweet a couple weeks ago or last week maybe like I just sent my girlfriend some horny memes that aren't gonna accumulate to anything.
They did not
Yeah.
at all. I just That's what happens when I listen to that type of music.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm horny. And I start looking at memes and shit, and I just send them. I can't send them to like random
I get horny
chicks.
and I start looking at memes.
Well, no, like I'll be listening, I'll be like pulling up memes, and then before I know it, it's like all these memes about fucking on my thing, and like I can't send them to my boys because they'll be like, "Nigga, you
cool."
gay.
Oh yeah,
Rowdy voice.
I'm like, you wouldn't be able to do shit if I was, so shut the fuck up.
Oh shit.
And then I can't send it to random chicks because I can't send it to random chicks because then it's like
disrespectful towards your relationship.
That and like I'm kind of famous now, you know.
Yeah.
I will be successful. I don't want that.
Yeah.
So I send them to her,
Yeah,
and she don't find them funny, like ever. Like never finds them funny. But it's my outlet.
There you go. You just send them there to die. That way,
Yeah,
at least they're out.
I
They're
send
out.
her where my dreams die. You know, that's where dreams go to die. My girlfriend's DMs,
Maybe she'll
you know?
one of them on your birthday or something.
K.O., as you know, I did do a little dive on your social media, and another one that I liked was, and I have your question for you to answer, and then I have like another part to this question.
Okay.
You asked, has Lupe topped Food and Liquor or The Cool yet, in your opinion? One, do you think he's topped either of those two albums? And two, which of those two albums do you think is superior to the other?
Man,
You can answer those in any order.
I think he did, because I love Tetsu and Youth.
Okay.
Tetsu and Youth my shit. Like, I vibe to that shit. That's some next level shit.
So it tops both of those albums, you think? Or
I think it tops The Cool for me.
okay.
It don't tops Food and
What
Liquor
if
one
maybe
for me.
not topping, but what if it just is reaching
Stacks
that
up?
level of stacks up with that level of greatness? Because those are two great albums.
Yeah. No, it stacks up to it. It
And
definitely
to make
stacks
you
up
say
to
that
it.
Tesla and Youth is better than one of those two is almost unfair.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, I
It is.
No.
I wanted to
Open
offer you the
discussion.
rope.
He put it
wanted to
out
offer the
there,
rope.
But
and got
it's
his,
up there though. Like Tetsu and Youth is like probably one of my favorite Lupe albums.
Yeah.
especially one of my favorite later albums, like later Lupe albums
Yeah.
for sure. I'd say for me at least.
He got layers to that shit. Like that shit is deep.
Yeah, and you're a big like conceptual album guy as well, huh?
Yeah, my album is a conceptual album by the homeless man. So yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm on the Lupe wave, man.
Okay.
What was the second part to it?
The second part to it was, and I guess that kind of answers it though, was Food and Liquor or The Cool. Like, which one is the
Oh,
the
Food and
superior?
Liquor or The Cool?
Yeah, is the superior album. Food and
I
Liquor.
have to go with Food and Liquor.
Yeah,
I love The Cool because The Cool was like my
it's a very good
senior
follow
year.
Oh,
My senior year soundtrack and shit.
Yeah.
But I had to go with Food and Liquor because he was saying some shit on
real
some
on it,
Food
right?
and Liquor. Huh?
Real.
The real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
The real.
If you haven't checked out,
They wanted something.
if you haven't checked out Food and Liquor or The Cool, you definitely should. Those two albums shaped my fucking childhood,
They're classics,
and
man.
his mixtapes too. The
Fahrenheit?
Hell yeah, them hoes went hard.
He's fucking a beast.
You got to get onto Dat Piff for that, and I know a lot of y'all aren't willing to do that. You just got to do that.
Yeah, this ain't the LimeWire time.
Mhm.
No more. You know, you can't just go ahead and
it
download
ain't
the
top
shit
40,
like that no more.
Now it's on
shit.
Spotify or iTunes. People don't care.
I told you too. The BD it didn't even have to be rap. It could, whatever you're feeling.
I wouldn't have expected it to.
Yeah.
But
All
it'd be-
Kesha, all
yeah.
Kesha.
Oh,
Katy Perry. A lot of white women, pretty much. A whole bunch
They
of
go to
white
singing
women who
platinum.
look alike with added parts.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then
I think like one of those Katy Perry songs was
And
like
some
my
K-pop.
class song in high school. I forgot what it was. It was a Katy Perry. It wasn't Firework. It was something. But I was
Teenage
like,
Dream.
fuck no. God,
what
I
about
kissed
it?
a girl.
No, it was
and I
like my
it.
class song, you know, like they vote like on your class song. I didn't get
It
a
was
vote on
not
that
Firework.
shit
I
because
kissed the girl and I like it.
I wish.
you know?
Or,
They started
Roar.
playing it. They started playing it during the graduation. I was like, who the fuck
Roar.
voted on this?
Yeah, that's almost.
It was probably that. No, it wasn't Roar because that came out later.
Dark Horse.
No,
I think it was Firework.
I don't think it was Fireworks.
Everyone
But it
felt
might
like
have been.
Firework, bro.
It might have
Teenage
been. Whatever
Dream was
song
that
she had
shit.
popping in 2011.
California Girls.
I wish. no, yeah,
That's not a
whatever,
class song.
whatever song she had popping in 2011. It's one of them.
I'm telling you.
It might have been Fireworks. It might very well.
Firework.
Are you looking?
Yeah, Firework was.
What was their singles on that album? Tell me.
I like the pettiness of saying lists of songs recorded by Katy Perry because everyone knows she didn't write any of them.
Damn.
Fucking Sia did. Let's see. We're looking at Circle the Drain, California Girls.
Yeah, no.
We're looking at E.T. That
was trash.
We're looking at Firework.
It might have been Fireworks. If I call if my mom wasn't out the country right now, I'll call her and she'd know it. Because my mom's my biggest fan.
It might have been Hot and Cold.
It ain't Hot and Cold. It was definitely Fireworks.
God damn, she has a lot of radio singles. Who wanted her to succeed? Someone she's at industry.
She put "I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It" and it was over.
That's what happened.
Nah, man, she made the right bop, bro. Like "I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It" was the right bop to go off.
Yeah, followed it with like 19 more bops.
Yeah,
I would love to say she's not talented, but there's an argument that says she at least picks the right songs.
If my boy TJ's listening, I think she's more talented than Pink.
Except she has a song called "You're So Gay," and that's totally not fucking.
Ooh.
That's not woke at all, dude.
That's so anti-woke.
She should probably quit.
Yeah.
It's fucking 2019.
I'm wide awake. Fuck, dude.
She made a banger. Yeah, it was definitely Fireworks, then. I'll hear it at the reunion.
So you know what? I'm here to argue Katy Perry has more bangers than Taylor Swift, and I'll argue
I won't say that, even though I don't listen to Taylor Swift like that. But
Pink.
I violently sang along to Taylor Swift.
Violently. I'm driving. Disregard towards
singing.
everyone.
If people looked at me funny, I'm like, "Fuck you!" I'm singing. And don't
you big ass dude pulling up next to you singing Taylor Swift, bro. That's
intimidating
as fuck. That's very intimidating, dog.
I'll look him straight.
And now we got bad blood.
I'll be in there like looking right at him. I ain't give a single fuck.
That's intimidating.
That's great.
K.O. in no particular order. Your top 5.
Katy Perry singles.
Every rapper has one.
Dylan, and Dylan.
I'm going with that guy. My top 5, man. In no particular order. As far as they influenced me or overall?
Overall.
Lil Dicky.
All right, I'm gonna give you 2. I'm gonna give you my top 5 personally.
Okay.
Yeah, overall.
Okay.
So overall, I'm gonna have to go with the cliches, the biggies.
And you get your influence a lot on that top 5 Dead or Alive album.
Yeah.
You pull for a lot from those people.
Listen to the shit. I'll appreciate it, man.
Of course.
I'm gonna have to go with Pop, Biggie, Rakim.
Okay.
Slick Rick.
There you go.
And how many is that? 4? And number 5. Number 5, I would have to go with really Jay-Z.
And those are your top 5 rappers or top 5 influences?
That's gonna be my top 5 rappers.
Yeah.
And my top 5 influences is Pharoah Monch, Redman.
Okay.
Nas.
Okay.
Definitely Eminem.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least,
no pressure.
Pharoah Monch.
Oh, but you already said Pharoah Monch.
I already said Pharoah. Yeah. I did.
Okay. Twice.
Damn.
Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky. No Southsiders?
Lil Dicky is fucking hilarious. And last but not least, Scarface.
There we go. I was about to say, bro, I'm starting to think you from the east, man.
We mentioned him earlier, and he's bound to show up during every podcast. Hello,
Dende.
Dende. Dende's top 5: Yellow, Dylon, Dende, and Dylon. So shouts out Dende.
Shout out Dende. And if you weren't watching at the top of the episode, we did talk about your event. So
Quite a bit.
A little bit too much.
Yeah.
We actually just stopped talking about it.
Why are we making this nigga relevant?
Love you, Dende.
That's one Jack Berry for one. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's just real
Did
shit.
y'all catch the shirts though?
Oh no, yeah.
Would y'all know who the shirts are influenced by?
Is it someone in this room?
My favorite motherfucking color.
I was about to say, 'cause I know
That's
Juan
one.
loves it. Yeah,
That's one. The other thing is Hulk Hogan.
Okay, dope.
There you go. Hell yeah.
I can dig it.
That's Hulk Hogan's old font.
I can dig it. The Hulkamania, yeah, I can dig it. I like it.
I like it.
Appreciate.
Did you start hire, or was that like someone that like brought you on?
Nah, Hire is me and my business partner Jimmy company. We started that shit working at punk ass Sears. Fuck Sears.
There's still Sears. Like, how long ago was this? 1999? When was this?
It was 2011.
Okay.
2011.
So basically,
man.
1999.
We was on the back of the fucking dock, unloading a fucking truck, and I always would be freestyling and shit. And I was like, man, fuck it, bro. I'm gonna start my own company. First, I was with this other crew. They kind of tried to fuck over me with my music. They didn't want to release my music and give me my shit. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go start my own shit. So then we went and got our DBA, all our paperwork done, and we started hiring T. And shit, he drew the design that y'all see, this logo right here, the hire logo.
We got it up there?
Yeah, it's up there. He drew that on a fucking box. It was a lawnmower box.
Oh, shit.
So, I was like, shit, that's gonna be the logo. And ever since then, we've been going with and trying to do that shit full time, man.
Oh, man. You dropped top 5. You also have Reflections and Conflicted Addictions coming out. Do you have like dates or time frame for any of that?
One's
an EP, one's an album, correct?
Yeah. Reflections was kind of scrapped.
Okay.
Because it's just gonna be on an album.
Okay.
Conflicted Addictions is gonna be coming out later this year. The reason why I've been pushing Conflicted Addictions back so much is I've been trying to find the proper people for a play. Since it's a whole story about the homeless man and shit, I wanted to go into detail. So the visual I wanted for it to be actual play. Yeah. Because a lot of artists, they normally do album release parties with people just listening to the shit. Now I want you to see my shit. Yeah. You know, so I want to be outside the box with it. So that's what's been the delay on that. Reflection's been scrapped, but I got a project coming after Conflicted Addictions called Cinema 6. Okay. It's really an ode to Mo City. Cause that's where I grew up in. It's really talking about my early years in high school and shit. Yeah. Like the time I lost my virginity. And shit. Okay. That's a funny fucking story.
Juan, could you make a song about losing your virginity? Was it a sweet moment? Or
It would be the exact same amount of time that the moment took. And that's about one fucking verse. Yeah. Right? I didn't know. I was all excited and shit. I'm like, oh, this is going to be just like the porno.
So you get in there
just like the porno.
You get in there like Tekashi 6ix9ine, real hot and heavy, real quick, like a minute.
Not even, dude. I was 16. I'm like, I'm on an elevator. I'm like, hell yeah, here we go. We get up to the hotel room.
For your first, you took it, or did she take you? Who took the hotel?
Okay, so when I was in high school, right? I was on the summer swim team. Okay. And I met
making waves.
I met this chick at the hotel pool. We were at the state swim meet, the hotel pool, and I was like, oh yeah, hey, what's up? We talked a little bit.
Was that about the tone your voice was at the time?
Hey, my balls had dropped.
Oh, okay.
It was a couple notes.
Drive. I'm 16.
It was a couple notes higher than what it is right now. But we were chilling, right? And I got this great idea. And she's like, oh, yeah,
let's have sex.
They're like, we should hang out tomorrow. And I'm like, word. So I told my mom that I wasn't feeling well. Yeah. And so I couldn't go watch my brother compete that day. Yeah. And I was like, bet, we in there. She had the same idea. So we're chilling at the pool.
She told my mom she wasn't feeling great.
She told her mom. Yeah. So we're chilling at the pool, and she's like, oh, you should come back up to my room. We can watch cartoons. And I was like, word, I love cartoons. And then when I was on the elevator, it hit me. I'm like, oh.
I've never had cartoons.
This is about to happen.
It's like Tyrone Bigum's describing crack. Like, all your favorite cartoon characters
so
going to be dancing around.
There, right? Man, like, it did not. I got in there and out, and I was like, this is some bullshit. I got maybe 5 pumps in there. And I was like,
5 pumps in the swirl or just 5 pumps?
Just 5 pumps.
Damn.
And I'm sitting there, like, all disappointed, like, fuck. And this is at the time where I didn't know that, you could go back for another round.
Like, I had one shot at this.
I had my one shot.
I thought we were like bees.
Everything's in your head, bro.
It was so bad. Like, I didn't
lose yourself.
I didn't even try again until I was in college. I was like, this is embarrassing.
My story.
I was like, I don't like to do things that I'm not good at. All right, so that's why I didn't have sex for a while.
That's fair.
He just got good at beating people.
You said your story is what?
Yeah. My story is fucking hilarious, bro.
Oh shit! Here we go.
So, I still check out Cinema 6 and go and shit. So me and my childhood friend, my homeboy named QT, it's these girls we knew. They stayed in Meadow Creek across from where my granny stayed. So I lied to my granny. Was like, "Yo, I'm about to go sleep at QT house." So we leave. We go take this long ass walk to fucking Meadow Creek. So there's a house in front of their house. So we gotta jump the fucking fence, right?
Oh shit!
So it's a fucking dog in the fucking fence behind the fence we gotta jump. So we run in front of the fucking dog to hit the next fence. So after we get that one, we gotta go up on the second floor because their bedroom is upstairs. So I'm pigeon-toed. I'm pigeon-toed as fuck.
Yeah.
So he get through the fucking window. So I'm like, oh shit, bro, I ain't gonna get through this shit with ease. I'm about to trip. I'm about to fuck up some shit. So I get through the window. I trip. I knew I was gonna fucking trip. So I tripped, man, loud thud. I was like, oh, shit. they fucking foster mama gonna hear this shit.
Oh shit!
So we just
foster parents.
Foster home.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't sneaking into a foster
No,
home.
sneaking into a foster home.
That's worse, I think.
It was foster parents.
Because like everyone, I'm just thinking
I
Annie and
would do
everyone's
that
sleeping
shit,
in the same like big ass room.
So they had bunk beds and shit. So first we waiting to see if the granny come upstairs. So me and him hide under the bunk bed.
Yeah.
So like, shit, she gonna come. She ain't come. So all right, bet. So I'm gonna get upstairs. I'm gonna go to the top bunk. You got the bottom bunk with the sister and shit. So I get on the top bunk. He go on the bottom bunk with the sister and shit. So I'm in that hole. 3 pumps. I'm out of there.
Oh.
I'm like, nah, this ain't how this shit ends. This not how this shit ends. So we go to the closet.
Yeah.
So we go.
So
to
you heard about the second round?
I knew about the second round. I watched porn, damn it.
I watched porn too, but it was I watched high quality shit, right?
Yeah.
So it's all made to seem like one.
Man,
movie.
Seamless motions. Yeah. Get in, get out.
I watched the quality shit. I wasn't jacking off the HBO like y'all. Right?
Yeah.
Who told you?
Who's this?
I knew what the fucking internet was.
I had HBO.
I was on the streaming
like a
too before
motherfucker.
y'all.
So
Spankwire.com.
He says
Goddamn it.
Spankwire.
Shit, LimeWire had porn.
Kim
too.
Kardashian sex tape.
So we get to the fucking closet and shit, right? So by this time, her granny walking up the stairs and shit. So it reminded me of the fucking movie Boys in the Hood. Where it was like the mom was coming up the stairs, she smelled aroma in the air. And
Yeah.
shit. So me and QT, we jump out the window, like we jump. Like we fucking jump. Like no parachute shit.
Yeah.
So we jump out the shit, we start running. So I couldn't go back to my granny house. QT couldn't go to his house. So I called up my homeboy Jose. So I was like, hey, yo, Jose, bro, I need you, fam. So we call up Jose, we go behind, we get out his little window. His window is about this fucking big. This big and about that wide. So we trying to squeeze in this fucking window to get
It's
in.
good
this
y'all
room and
weren't
shit.
friends then. I don't think you're getting through that window. You have to go through the front
My
door.
fat ass would've been out. I would have jumped out. I would have just taken him and like, go ahead, call my mama.
Yeah.
So
She'll be more disappointed than I am.
Yeah.
So my homeboy QT had to sleep in the fucking
And
closet.
you came in 3 pumps?
Yeah,
Sorry,
it
go
was
ahead.
bad for me. So my homeboy QT had to sleep in the closet. I had to sleep on my homeboy Jose bed and shit. So yeah, that was my fucking story.
Juan, you've been described as the TJ Dillashaw of the heavyweight division. After he got popped,
And
how'd you
the
feel about
pussy.
that?
You know, that was that tweet aged very poorly.
Yeah.
And, you know, I got tested quite a bit. I passed every test, so that's how I feel about that.
Yeah.
And it's still an honor because, you know, TJ did some great things, EPO or not. You know, he still had to win them fucking fights.
Yeah. That's true. I saw something today, and it made me think of you specifically. And I forget which city they're doing it in. But Taco Bell is opening up their own hotel.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You're invested. You're in it. You're there.
I'm in that bitch.
Yeah.
That's a night that, you know, I feel bad for anyone else there because, you know, apparently eating ass is like common now.
Ass
It's
and tacos.
not something the Kraken does.
Yeah,
That's a place.
Especially not at the
Especially
Taco
at
Bell
the
motel.
Taco
Yeah.
Bell hotel. So
The place with the nicest bathrooms ever.
Yeah.
Don't eat ass there.
not happy.
But you're there. Well, when you gotta lock down the Taco Bell sponsorship, man. You let them
I
know.
love 'em, dude.
Yeah.
I'll advertise them for free. I don't care.
Cut the promo right now.
Taco Bell, you think outside the box. You eat Taco Bell, you bring a girl Taco Bell, you'll get in the box.
Real shit. Bars.
That's
Bring your girl Taco Bell. Think inside the box.
you know what I'm talking about.
Bars.
I know that one of your I saw that you picked out today. I saw that.
Yeah.
You picked out a little bit.
Saigon House, that shit was delicious. Yeah.
But I know that like one of your weaknesses is tres leche.
Yes, that's my shit.
Who has the best tres leche in the city?
Honestly, my favorite is there's Boleria right over in the Heights area. That place is fire, but I personally prefer the chocolate bars, chocolate tres leches.
Okay.
But you know, in desperate times, my ass will be in the HEB or Kroger picking up that. I just like that shit. That's why I like tres leches.
Yeah, tres leches flavored.
So you're not picky.
Yeah, I'm not super picky.
Yeah.
You know?
As long as it's tres and it has
Yeah.
leche, you're there.
Yep.
I know you talked about your move already. You were also talking about choosing between a PS4 and an Xbox. Have you made that decision?
Yeah, I'm going. I'm gonna get both.
Shit! There we go. I couldn't
Don't
decide.
pass decision.
Honestly, but
Baller decision, bro.
Yeah, first thing, but the PS4 I do like a little bit more. The reason I was leaning more towards Xbox is I've experienced with that user interface. I do. It's much more user friendly than the PS4 one. and it is like 40% more power, but I don't play online games
enough
so
for that
I'm not
power
an
to
avid
equate.
gamer,
Yeah,
you know,
You're old
I
school.
suck at video games. It's not even like I'm good at real life.
So what are you
suck
getting
at
both
video
for then?
games.
PlayStation 4 has a baseball game.
Huh?
what do you? So what are you getting
You like
both?
baseball?
I like baseball, but it's not a black man's sport.
Oh shit!
And
Not like NASCAR.
yeah. Oh god.
You said yeah already. It's too late.
Yeah,
One.
you caught me. Oh no. So no, the exclusives on PS4 are a little
That's
better.
yeah.
I really buy gaming systems more for guests or whatever. I liked Xbox One strictly because of the voice control stuff.
Yeah.
And I played a lot of the shows that I watch. I could get in the Microsoft market a lot easier. The originals, that was my shit. So it was easier to purchase on an Xbox than it was anywhere else.
Right.
I figured it out on there. So I was more familiar with that system.
Yeah, and the interface.
And my 2K player was on there.
Oh shit! There we go.
Yeah, I had a lot of
Okay.
credits saved up.
Invested.
On
Yeah.
But so PS4. But they do the new PS4 Pro with the 1 terabyte memory. It's got it's pretty good. And now that it's got the built-in Blu-ray 4K Ultra DVD player,
That's where it's at.
yeah. So they both have that now, so it doesn't really matter to me. But the PS4 just looks a little sleeker and it matches the color scheme in my apartment a little better.
So, on May the 4th, the UFC posted a great poster where they, put people that were fighting on the upcoming card on the original Star Wars poster. I thought that was great. But then I saw a video of the people fighting on that card doing their Chewbacca impressions. I'm glad they saved you for last. Because you did the best one. Did you know going into this, like, oh yeah, I'm about to knock this out of the park? Like, so this is something you practiced? You kind of killed the Chewbacca impression,
dude,
bro.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan,
Okay.
honestly. And I read the books. I read all the fan fiction. I was pissed when Disney decanonized it.
Yeah.
But, I went up there and the guy was like, he was trying to talk like sci-fi fantasy with people, and most of the other fighters were just being like, they didn't want to look dorky. I don't know. They was like, I don't watch that shit, man. And they asked one dude, he's like, I'm not doing it.
Do you think that was kind of a facade, or do you think some of them were like genuinely didn't know?
I think a lot of them genuinely just aren't huge fans of it.
Yeah.
So I went up there and I'm just nerding out with it.
Yeah.
I got my Dragon Ball Z shirt on. We're chilling. Yeah. He's like doing an impression, and I was like, and I was the first guy up there that actually did one.
Okay.
Because I think I was the second guy they interviewed or something.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, can you reenact a scene? And I'm like, not really. I mean, those are...
I'm not that nerdy.
I was like, yeah. Like, my favorite one is when Obi-Wan murks Anakin with the high ground. That
Spoilers.
was my favorite one.
Spoilers.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that,
if you haven't seen episode 3, man.
Crawl from under the rock, you live.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, what other impression? I was like, I think I do a pretty good Chewbacca. And they're like, all right, let's do one. And then I did it. And they made me do it like 3 or 4 times. They
really?
They thought it was hilarious. They're
Yeah.
like, do this one longer and I'll signal you when to stop. And that's the last one they did. So,
and you held that hope for a minute. Yeah, so good on you. You don't have another Star Wars impression in your bag? You don't have a good Luke or Darth Vader?
No.
Give me a Darth, bro.
Darth Vader.
Speaking pop culture and nerddom, I think we've passed the point now where we can talk about it. How did you feel about Avengers Endgame? That goes for everybody.
I'm not gonna lie, I teared up a little bit.
Okay.
That was a great movie. It's not. I think Infinity War was probably cinematically a better movie, but in terms of wrapping everything up in a culminating point, Endgame knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
And my only issue with the movie was that little girl power scene they did.
The A-Force.
They're like, she's got help, and then like 10 seconds later prove she didn't need the fucking help anyway, and they all got murked except for her. I'm like, this is stupid. As you could have just left it at the photo and not said shit, and that would have been a much better scene. But other than that, I thought it was a really good movie. I just don't like Brie Larson.
Really?
As a human.
Really?
Damn. Yeah, it's one thing not to like her as an actress.
She's like super sassy, right?
She talks so much shit, and like I know it's not that I like wish bad upon her. I just know that like if
I just don't wish good upon her.
I just like if her and I were to hang out, I would clown her, and I would just roast her mercilessly. Yeah. And she ain't got no ass either, and I think my Captain Marvel needs an ass.
That's fair. That's fair.
Captain America had one.
Are you a big Marvel guy or a movie guy like that?
I am, but I didn't have a chance to watch Endgame.
Oh, okay. So then we won't further spoil it then. Everyone dies. What? Thanos wins. Anyway.
I already seen that shit when I was on
Thanos
YouTube.
already saved the universe, okay?
Yeah.
It's hard not being able to watch a movie and then you go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Fucking YouTube show
Every
you
fucking
like,
recommendation.
I get some shit.
Speaking, more on pop culture, Juan, I saw you especially get a little more invested in this. The Arthur character, Mr. Ratburn.
Nigga, first off, anyone that ever watched Arthur knew he was gay.
Yeah.
First off, and honestly, let's be real, y'all. Okay, let's be real.
It didn't
for a
really
second.
matter if an animal
Yeah,
character.
I don't
was
care
gay. Y'all
where an
wanna fuck
animated
animals?
character sticks his dick. I really don't. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. But
It's like,
let's be real. It's an elementary school, right?
Yeah.
Most of the male educators I knew from an elementary school were on that spectrum anyway.
Mr. Ratburn.
You know, they were most of the ones I knew. When I was in elementary school, I just knew, I told my mom, I don't want any of the guy teachers at this school.
That's
She was
fair.
like, why? I'm like, I didn't know really what gay was at the time. I was just like, I don't like it. I didn't understand it, but now I wouldn't care as much. But at the time, I knew they were different. You know, I know.
That's crazy. I never had no male teacher. I only had one male teacher who was the
No,
coach.
after elementary school is not the same thing. But I went in the elementary school I went to was a very artsy middle school, so all the teachers could sing and all that shit, and they all wanted to live anytime there was some type of meeting in the cafeteria and some type of musical thing was going on, every fucking teacher at the school would try and sing, and they were talented, but I knew niggas was mostly gay. I was like, it's just.
It is what it is.
It's what it is. It's
They all just wanted to be
you
Bette
expect
Midler.
it. Well,
It
you
happens.
expect it in a very artistic community like that. I mean, it's just a higher. There's nothing wrong with it. My whole thing was y'all shouldn't be surprised Mr. Ratburn is gay. He fucking teaches at an elementary school, and you ain't never seen him with no biddies in the show.
It's like finding out what's his name from South Park, the teacher with the puppet.
Damn, what's fucking name?
God
Mr.
damn,
Garrison?
Mr. Garrison.
Yeah, Mr. Garrison.
It's like thinking there's no way Mr. Garrison's gay. Yeah, no, Mr. Garrison, Mr. Ratburn's just as gay as Mr. Garrison.
Yeah, so I was like, whatever.
Well, also
people
he's
got
a rat.
upset. They're like, you don't need to expose children to this. I'm like, you think Mr. Ratburn's gonna be on a PBS show, laying pipe,
talking about
in front of the
the other
kids?
thing is-
This is the way to
Children,
do it,
how
guys.
was your weekend?
If you're
Well,
upset
my
about
weekend.
pointing out that he's gay, it's like, well, then tell your kid, okay, that character's gay. The rest of them are straight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really
That's what they
matter?
just told you. Now that one
Yeah.
of them's gay, you take it the better way and be like, all right, cool. I don't fuck with if you don't.
Honestly,
You should.
I
They're
thought
pretty cool
Francine
people,
was gonna
but,
be the gay
like-
one. I thought Francine was gonna be the
That's
gay
fair.
one.
But yeah,
That was my bet. I'm like, all right, sooner or later they're gonna tell us Francine was dyking it up.
Oh, shit.
But
also, the
it
show doesn't come on anymore, right?
does.
No, it does.
They're 22 seasons strong.
Yeah.
Homie.
Wait, really?
Magic-
Yeah.
They're
Going like
and
Jerry
they're
Springer, baby. You don't
and
think
they're-
they're on anymore,
Oh,
but they're
shit,
on.
Jerry.
And they're rebooting.
Jerry's still
the
going.
Magic School Bus.
Solid. Oh, they've already rebooted it.
Yeah.
On Netflix.
The bus will be trans.
Speaking of reboots, this is a great segue. Did y'all hear that Chris Rock is rebooting the Saw series?
I'm kind of interested. to
Chris
see
Rock?
it.
Chris Rock.
I
That is
heard, I don't
weird.
care.
He redoing Saw.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the shit to begin
Oh, the way
with,
you presented that sounded fake. I thought you.
No.
I thought you were like, did you guys hear? Like,
He literally.
ripping us?
So the guys that made Saw heard his pitch and they liked it and they're let him run with it.
I'm not with Chris Rock though.
Why is that?
Well, because like 5 other people are just gonna write it for him.
Yeah, I don't.
It's gonna be great writers.
Yeah, whoever. It depends who we getting the right for.
Yeah.
Because I don't think
Well,
that's
Louis
his
gone.
Well,
lane.
apparently he had like a very comprehensive
One of his
pitch
number one
that
writers.
really stuck with them enough to reboot the Saw franchise already.
Didn't they just have a Saw movie drop? Like
Sounds
not too
like they
long ago
never
where brought
actually
back
went
Nah,
Yeah,
I mean, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. It's been a while since
What's
Saw
his name?
was dropped.
Yeah.
I was saying I was hungry.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
Was you got something in mind or?
No.
Okay.
There's a tornado burger place around.
Yo.
I can't eat that.
Oh yeah, my bad. I thought
Hey,
you
bro,
were-
he don't
Watch
have
my
to
figure.
know.
I'm trying to watch my figure.
We can wrap it up.
He's trying to get in shape.
No, y'all can keep doing because
I mean, we're at an hour and a half, so it's
the less
fine.
hungry I get.
Well, I got more
continue.
questions.
We got more questions.
your track 80s made that damn near 9 minutes long. An intro that's 9 minutes long? Was that always the intended intro, or did you make it and were like, that should be the opening?
He'd probably get head in the studio.
I wish. Nah, the 80s made, man. I wanted to touch on every beat from the 80s on that joint. So I like, well, shit, some of the most influential 80s songs I should go ahead and put on this one record.
Yeah.
And make sure I cover the grounds on all of them. It's more like an educational thing, too, because a lot of newer cats don't really respect
or
the legends.
They might not have ever heard that beat, you know, and the song that leads up to it, yeah.
Yeah, and the way I dress, man, I dress like an 80s, 90s hip-hop artist anyway, so I like, shit, it perfectly fit me. We're going to try and do a video to it to where I reenact every song that I did.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and react the original video they did, but just make it a little bit fresher and shit.
Okay. You also are interested in starting a podcast of your own.
Yes, I am.
A Rap Shack?
Called the Rap Shack, yeah.
Okay. And do you have like a map already, like an idea what you all want to do or what you want to do?
I was sitting back watching Yo MTV raps.
Okay.
I was like, man, we don't have this shit no more. Like, it's nothing to where that really appreciates the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because rap is fully blown mainstream now, so it's not like anything that really respects the underground artists no more.
Yeah.
So I really want to bring that element back. I noticed the traditional podcast, and I was like, man, it's time for something a little bit different as far as hip hop goes, because we need to take it back to the elements, because the elements is very vital to hip hop. You know, the breakdancing, the graffiti, the MC, and the DJ. And a lot of people don't even know that part.
A lot of people don't throw graffiti into like the hip hop culture, so that's good. Yeah.
I'm big on this. Huh?
They don't anymore.
Yeah. I'm big on the graffiti. Like my kangaroo, my mascot. The person behind my mascot, he actually does graffiti art.
Okay.
In one of our videos, he had graffitied our Hire logo on the building and everything. So I just like trying to bring back the elements, man. Because you gotta know where you came from to know where you're going.
Facts.
So
I saw you speculating on Facebook, and I think this will also be a good one for Garrett, who has title. I just want to know Jay-Z's best. I don't want like a top 5. I want one. Jay-Z's best. You see, you already know, and Jay-Z's worst
album.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Shit, son.
Worst is his actions that caused lemonade.
Oh shit.
Best is Wife and Beyonce.
We're not asking for actions. We're asking for albums.
Oh.
Yeah.
His best album to me personally, I'm gonna have to go with The Blueprint.
Mm-hmm. The first one?
No, that's Reasonable Doubt. That's his first album.
No. I mean like Blueprint 1, Blueprint 2.
Oh, Blueprint 1.
Yeah.
Blueprint 2, it was very poppy. I mean, it was good. It was a double disc.
Yeah, so you had to have those pop elements at the time, especially.
Yeah, so
on a
he could narrow that shit down to one album.
Yeah.
That's why he came out with 2.5 to narrow it down to one album. I would say Blueprint is his best. His worst, I'm going to have to say The Life and Times of Sean Carter, Volume 1.
Oh, damn. I did not see that one coming.
What, you mean In My Lifetime, Volume 1? Or?
Yeah, In My Lifetime.
Yeah.
Okay.
In My Lifetime, Volume 1.
I did not see that coming. Garrett.
What you thought?
No, I honestly didn't. I didn't think you would have like a particular answer, but I didn't see in my life. Volume 1. I did not see that one coming. People put that one out there.
Magna Carta, Holy Grail.
Yeah,
and
it was poppy.
And best album for me is tough, but I feel like the Black Album is the easy answer. I feel like Reasonable Doubt's the easy answer.
Yeah,
but I feel like the Black Album's more correct.
Well, most people go with The Blueprint because that's his first mainstream classic.
Yeah.
You know, Reasonable Doubt was more like they're not really noticing him.
If I had to pick, it would be either Blueprint or Volume 2. And then
Volume 2 is one of my
it's
going back to.
You said what?
Because
it is hot fire.
Mine's is the Black Album and the Blueprint.
Yeah.
The reason why I say Volume 1 is because he was still trying to find himself. He was trying to sound like a bad boy artist too.
Yeah.
He was rapping over them popish giddy beats. And he was still trying to find himself. He ain't know who he was. So he's trying to narrow through, and I was like,
he didn't know what his jiggy shit sounded like yet.
Mm-hmm.
And like he found out quick whenever he gets like that type of beat, because he found that type of beat that works for him.
Yeah,
it's not exactly the same where he can just floss on you endlessly. And you're like,
old me probably would have said.
We did get The City Is Mine out of it. So
yeah.
Old me probably would have said like Kingdom Come was his worst album, but when you look back and listen to it, like that bitch has some gems on it, man. Like I think more gems than Magna Carta, Holy Grail.
I like his insight on Kingdom Come.
I don't think Magna Carta Holy Grail has any purpose. You know what I'm saying? It literally just
feels like an EP.
It was for Samsung.
Yeah.
It was just for the Samsung rollout.
It existed for a bigger purpose. It exists for the same reason that St. Pablo, or not St. Pablo, but you know what I'm talking about, that album.
The Life of Pablo.
It exists for that reason, I think.
Life of Pablo was pretty decent.
There's a lot of songs on that album.
I like it way better than fucking Magna Carta.
But it existed for something bigger than
Magna Carta.
The
Magna Carta to me was just it was very poppy, man. Like
I
was just listening to the album like a couple days ago though. I ain't going
Magna Carta.
Yeah,
it's not my favorite album from there. There's some good songs, but yeah, there's a clear yay missing in it. And he tried to sub it with Travis Scott, and Travis Scott wasn't ready yet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jock wasn't ready at all. He wasn't ready at all on that one.
I mean, no, fuck,
I
Crown
like
is
that you
dope.
call him by his Christian name.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. It's kind of hard to.
Jock Weston.
Yeah.
Webster.
When you
Webster,
share school with them. So
I just think that was one of Jay-Z's few albums.
I don't like how he tries to come off hood. Dude was in Jack and Jill.
Oh, man.
Like,
yeah, like.
not hard. Like, I won't ever.
It's two sides to Mo City.
Yeah, two sides to Mo City.
It's two sides. You know, he grew up on the other side, the Missouri City side. And it's just, But I love Travis. Don't get me wrong. I love Travis.
Yeah.
I love what he's doing for the city also.
Yeah, he do some real good shit.
The only time Travis ever let me down was like when he first got on. It was like he didn't even have to do this. No. Yeah, it was a little after Al Faro, and he didn't even have to do this. But like 2 days before New Year's, he's like, "Yo, I'm having a New Year's party. Who's coming?" And then he puts the address out there. Like all those people got turned around.
That farm party, right?
Yeah, everyone got turned around. Like, ain't no party here.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he didn't have to do that. A lot of people, schedule their New Year's around that.
Yeah.
That's the only time Travis Scott's ever rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's cool by me, man.
Nah, like he definitely gonna be a
We got some hits.
top 5. He's gonna be a top 5 entertainer in his generation.
I feel that.
Can't deny
He
that.
impregnated a Jenner.
Ching. Boy.
That's one Infinity Stone. He dethroned Drake. That's another one.
He dethroned
Drake that one time.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, he did it with a Drake song, so never mind.
And Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj. He put Nicki Minaj in her place by having that kid and dropping that album.
Yeah, she was shook by that kid. She was shook.
But Nicki,
I've never seen anyone beef with a baby. That was wild. We lived in wild times.
I mean, you know what Nicki did was left herself wide open for Meg Thee Stallion to come through all positive and take the number 2 spot right now because Cardi's still humongous.
Yeah, Nicki.
But Nicki's a lame.
Nicki had to learn how to grow. Cause she still haven't grown. She still sounding like how she sounded when she first came out. She's still doing the
she
voice
goes to the
antics.
same well. This worked.
So she ain't had no competition.
Has anyone heard if Nicki's pussy is good or not?
Once or
I
twice,
don't know.
and apparently it's the best.
I'm joking.
Let's ask Meek Mills.
Oh,
What would
shit.
Meek do?
Hey,
What's your name? My name Nick.
Juan, you're in your career now. You're 10 fights in.
Yeah, correct. Total. Yep.
What is something that you still carry mentally from day one, and what's something that you're still learning and grasping here 10 fights in?
You know, from day one, I still carry the fact that I just think I'm better than everybody.
I like that.
Fact one. Other thing is I'm still learning my real fight style. You know, I don't. Most people have a long amateur career to kind of go through with this, but for me, you know, what I've done is really unprecedented. You know, obviously you have stars come in that have never really fought before, but they carried celebrity before that.
Right.
I didn't have that, you know, and I made it to the UFC in 2 years, you know. 2 years and 4 pro fights. You know, my 4th pro fight, I was my 5th pro fight was in the UFC. You know, my UFC debut was my 5th pro fight. I had less than 10 fights total, and I made it to the UFC, and that's unheard of, but it also never really gave me a time to develop a true style. You know, as I continue to get better in each discipline, I learn different things that I want to do when I'm in the cage, different ways to fight, different ways to, you know, minimize the amount of damage that I'm taking. So a lot of it, I'm still learning, you know, how to get in the right state of mind to go in there, because it's inconsistent. Some days I go in there and I'm firing on all cylinders, and other times it's just like, oh, this is my first really flat performance I've ever had in there, and because I deviated from what I did before, and that's part of growth. It's part of learning, and
what works and what doesn't.
what does. So that's what I'm still learning right now, and really, just how my body responds to different things. Like I'm going back to those, early morning training sessions now. I'm adding sessions in. I'm doing this. Me and my coaches are still determining, some of my coaches we're redefining roles right now and learning, and my interaction, my dynamic with my coaches is constantly changing as I grow and I evolve, they grow and they evolve with me. And that's something that we're still learning,
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have to continue to learn. And as we continue to learn, as long as everyone's still devoted to the same goals and we all have, my best interest in, making me the best version of me possible, and we can all do that, then we'll be good.
I feel that. Something, we talked a little bit about it before the show, and, going into this fight, you had a little more to say just to get some more eyes on this thing, and stuff like that. I feel like everything that you said was in line with how you should sell a fight. What I didn't like, not from you, but from your opponent afterwards, he was kind of fake full of himself. Yeah. He talked about outstriking you. That is not the case.
Yeah.
That was the most ridiculous claim he could have made, and he made it at the beginning of his
making himself feel better.
Yeah. So do you see yourself eventually y'all running that one back?
Honestly, if we do, it won't be for a while.
Of course, yeah.
Ultimately, I did everything I was supposed to do to promote that fight. I didn't attack his religion, race, family. One of his
didn't throw a dolly at his bus.
Yeah, one of his exes actually messaged me before the fight, to say some shit to him. I'm like, I'm not fucking.
Do you want me to walk out with you?
Yeah, I'm not doing any of that.
This isn't
shit,
a rap
right?
beef.
Yeah.
So
he has a kid that he's not claiming.
Yeah. So
you are hiding a child.
Yeah.
If we do run it back, I don't think he would want to fight me again. If he does, great. We'll run it back whenever. Like I said, I'm never going to turn a fight down unless there's a better fight presented at the same time.
Right.
That's the only way you'll ever say I'm turning a fight down. Is if I get two options and I pick one. That's me turning a fight down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in the future, I would love to get that one back. That would be great. But honestly, I think he's out there. He's exploring the market right now. It was his last fight on contract.
Okay, cool.
He's going to get the most money. He's moving on to bigger and better things for him. So his next, I feel like his career trajectory now, he wants those ranked opponents.
Of course,
he wants to get in the top 15. It's his time to really strike and solidify himself as a long-time title contender.
Right.
Me, I'm a newcomer, right? I'm a rising prospect.
Right.
I have to go out there and reestablish myself as a top prospect.
Right.
So those two things are parallel. They, they're not set. It's not a crash course. So
right.
Later on, 4 or 5 fights down the line,
you can see it happening.
See where I'm at. It might happen again.
It might be where you're not in the position. You're like, why would I fight that guy right now?
Exactly.
He has more to gain than you in 5 or 6 fights from now, type shit.
So that's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
But I didn't have. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of people are saying a lot of things about the fight. I've never gone back. I'm not going to go back and blame the judges. That's not me. I'm not going to go, dispute the decision, whatever. I really don't care. What's done is done, and I can't change that.
Right.
All I'm focused on right now is getting better, you know? And that's all I can do.
Right.
So a lot of people that want to see that running back, or he might say whatever he wants to say. I even commented on his Twitter. I was like, hey, man, great fight. Hope you're healing up well. Keep winning so I don't look as bad. That's all. That's what I say. That's my thoughts on it.
You don't want this guy to you be his most notable win type.
Right. And that's how I feel about it. There's been people on Instagram or whatever trying to come on and talk shit. I'm a grown man. I don't block many people. Right. I've blocked a few now. And, one dude said something. I'm like, you're stupid. At no point did I indicate that I won the fight. Yeah. On there. Read the post, dumbass. Yeah. And I'm sure he's on a bigger and better thing. You're saying challenge him if I've got the balls.
Right.
I'm fine. Fuck it. Fine. Whatever.
And I really did like the way you carried yourself after this one, because a lot of people, even if they've been fighting in the UFC for 10 plus fights, sometimes like, like on a close judge's scorecard like that, they will leave room to be like, man, fuck this guy, fuck the judges, all that. You really took it in stride, and even your posts on Insta or on Twitter afterwards were very level headed and honest. You know, you didn't blame it on anyone or anything. You know, you took it.
That's all you can do in this. You know, and a lot of guys, you know, would fight it, argue. That's not me. I like the people. I like the UFC. I want to keep working with them. You know, they're paying me well.
Right.
And it's not like they signed you expecting you to never lose.
Yeah, you know, everyone loses.
Yeah.
That's it.
If anything, I feel like because you really did, you went into the UFC with a head full of steam. Like, and how could you not? I mean, you hadn't lost a single fight ever.
I never lost a round.
You
never
hardly
lost
got
a round.
Out of first round.
Highest heavyweight significant strike amongst the highest. Yeah,
I think
you had good reason.
Yeah,
it's never good, or it never feels good. I imagine, to take a loss. I can't pretend to understand what it knows to lose. But yeah,
you know what it takes to
to lose a fight.
Yeah. Garrett's never lost a fight.
Win a fight.
Yeah,
a UFC fight. So it's just it's nice. It's to watch how you took it. It's like, okay,
refreshing. Definitely
Juan
refreshing.
will always be Juan, win or lose, with or without UFC. Like, you're yourself. You just happen to be a UFC fighter.
I know on your Twitter you said you were thinking like June or July you want to get back in there. I know that Sacramento, ESPN or UFC on ESPN 13, and then there's one in San Antonio. They need more what you need to do is tell them to come back to the great fucking city of Houston, Texas, man.
I'm fighting for Houston.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of people want to see me fight in San Antonio.
Texas would just be dope, but
Texas in general would be dope. You know,
San Antonio's boring, dude. You don't want to fight there.
You know, we're already in negotiations for my next fight.
Nice.
Our optimal timeline, you know, my manager was just like September.
Yeah.
My coaches all agree September. One of my coaches is still on vacation right now, so whenever he gets back,
we'll talk about it more.
Really sit down, talk about it, hash it out. But you know, I've added a new coach to the routine.
Okay. Where, like, in what area?
In boxing. You know, in boxing. I'm working with a new, boxing guy, just to tighten things up a little bit. You know, that's, I throw, from what we've seen right now, I throw a lot of hands, so just want to make those as good as possible. And I'm still working with my same striking, the guy that started me, That's my main striking coach, my MMA striking. But if you can increase each individual area, overall you get better. So now we're focusing a lot more on my jiu-jitsu and my boxing. It's the two areas I'm weakest, and this showed me I need to work my wrestling more. But I don't really work wrestling at all because I'm just good. So but I got beaten in that area, so I want to get that area better. You know. He took me down.
It's one of those things that makes you realize, you're like, okay, maybe I am good at this, but maybe I haven't shown enough attention consistently.
So, and all this is, I'm getting back to the details, attention to detail and everything I do. And we're going to get better.
That's what makes a great fighter, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Feel bad for the guy that has to be facing
I know that a lot of people have on social media reach out to you, like, when you win, what was it? Well, and that's something like kind of like Derek said too, like when you lose, no one hits you up.
Dude, I got hit up.
Oh yeah.
So many people. Canadians were like, man, I'm from Canada,
And that was,
I'm a fan.
That was
amazing. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Dudes wanted my pictures and stuff walking the street the next day.
Would you say you took more fans from this fight than your previous?
Definitely. I think I made a lot more the UFC workers there. I was real cool with them. I always like talking to them. They're the ones that make the show run.
Of course, so, behind the scenes.
That's who I spend most of my time with. I'm talking to them. We're having fun, talking about different stuff to do around the city. Yeah, and that's what I like to do. So from that, I think I really just kind of showed more of who I am out there.
You did sort of shit on the suites they had out there.
They were trash.
Oh man! But
Beaver Tail was fire. But
what was it exactly?
It's like a pastry that's made to look like a beaver tail, and you can get different toppings. I got the Oreo.
Nice.
It's like hot vanilla with Oreo crumble on top.
Okay.
Gosh, damn, dude.
But they had a cheesecake topping.
Crumb on top.
Yeah, dude. You said they had cheesecake topping?
Yeah, that stuff was amazing. The bakeries were good out there. When I say like their sweets were bad, like they just weren't American. I didn't have.
They weren't prepackaged sandwich creams.
I didn't have my buddy calls them the white trash snacks. Like,
Oh, shit.
They didn't have that there. I wanted them. I wanted my trailer park.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it. But we made up for it. They had a really good bakery out there. Some of their other desserts were really good too.
You said you had a poutine out there. Is that the first time you had it? Or?
Yeah, dude. Oh my.
Yeah.
Well, my buddy, he's a cook at a restaurant up in Boston. He's their head chef.
Okay.
So he makes poutine. It was good. But that shit in Canada was on a different level, boy. I'm telling you, like, oh man. They had all kind of different toppings and stuff for it. I had a chicken and bacon ranch poutine.
Oh shit!
Shit changed my world. It was so bad. Like I turned the box over and drank the gravy.
What exactly is a cheese curd? Because
they make them up in
sounds like
Wisconsin.
what
I had cheese curds in Wisconsin, bro.
They're good.
And they had like a whole like fast food like cheese curd place. I was
Yeah.
like, it's like they're McDonald's,
like the
man.
that block up your arteries.
No, it is.
Probably.
It
Sounds
is.
like they fit
Honestly,
exactly
after
on the
a
side
fight, I
where
want
your
to feel my
artery-
arteries clog. Okay, that's how I want to eat.
I understand.
It's like-
I'm fat.
It's-
I know what it feels
it's-
like.
it's
I know
fried,
acid
but
reflux from having too much food.
It's like biting into a fried nacho bite, bro. Like the cheese is still like running as soon as you bite into
Me
it.
fucking hungry.
Man, it was like I was in Wisconsin. I did not know what to expect, and it was, oh my god, you're fucking tripping. Like, oh, I'll just take a fucking hamburger. Like, yeah, but instead of fries, get cheese curds. I was like, all right, set it off. I was like, man, everywhere needs cheese curds, but it's probably not the same everywhere. So maybe it's better that they don't.
Dude, yeah, but those cheese curds, cheese curds and the poutine were
Hitting top notch.
dynamite.
That's beautiful.
JJ.
Juan, K.A.Y.O, I want to thank you both for coming through. Seriously,
Thank you, man.
I hope y'all had a great time.
I always do.
I appreciate that, Juan. For all the good people watching and stuff like that, y'all can fight over it. But go ahead and give y'all social media out.
You go first.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Hey, yo, you can follow me on IG at IMK.A.Y.O. You can find me on Twitter at IMK_A_Y_O. You can Google me at K.A.Y.O. DA Conspiracy. That's conspiracy with a K.
For me, it's Chosen Juan 285. That's Juan, not 1285. That's Instagram and Twitter. Facebook fan page is Juan the Kraken Adams. And if you Google Juan Adams, you'll find anything else you need out there.
We need Juan Adams on the freestyle.
If you Google Juan Adams, the fappening,
Oh shit! No, sir, don't do that.
there's some weird photoshops.
We are Southside. No, I checked. The main thing that comes up is your latest tweets. That's what comes up on Google.
Juan
Yeah.
with tits.
That's how I saw your picture of your foot today. Like, when I Googled one out of that today, just to see if I missed anything.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things that popped up was your fucking foot, and I was like, "Oh Jesus, that's not good press."
That shit hurt. I'm telling you, it hurt.
Like I said, we are Southside Collection. That's SouthsideCollection.com. Southside Collection on all social media and streaming services. We also have Southside Collection Sports that goes live every Wednesday. Garrett, how was the show yesterday?
It was great. I had a very passionate call to action. That and I'll do it again. Fuck it.
Do it.
If you're a Rockets fan or a Texans fan every year and you don't pay attention to the Astros, now's the year to start doing it. Because the Astros, are the Warriors of the fucking Major League Baseball. They're the best team in baseball.
Fucking killing it right now.
We're the best team ever. Like
The last 2 years we've been killing it.
Yeah, we almost won last year. We have a better team this year.
Right.
We won already. And it's the same team, so you know that team can win. We don't know that the Rockets could ever win. We just think they can. Clearly, they can't. The Texans have 3 good players. The Texans aren't good.
Yeah.
Okay, they exist, like I said earlier, for the Patriots to win.
They're a perennial
against-
8-nader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time we realize it.
They filler.
Look, James Harden is one of the greatest basketball players to ever play basketball. Keep watching him, but that's fine. Just don't expect anything.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley.
Start going to Astros games. They're
Yes.
$8.
They're 8. There's 162 of them motherfuckers, so you know that some of them have to be cheap.
Just go.
You feel me?
They give you free shit like jerseys and like
Bobbleheads,
yeah,
pins,
dog,
World
just
Series
go.
rings.
Just go.
This Sunday, the 19th, we will be at Johnny Dang's crawfish
Charity
block
event.
party. Last year, they cooked 3,000 pounds of crawfish. This year, they're cooking 5,000 pounds of crawfish, and it's all free with purchase. So come on down. Garrett and my lovely faces will be there smiling at you, selling you stuff. And then also next Friday, we will be on the Nothing Special podcast. We'll plug that again on Thursday. I don't know what time that will be, but I'm sure we will know by next Thursday.
We'll let you know.
Thank you for listening. Subscribe, like, share, all that good shit. Southside Collection.
Peace.